Okay, so咁啊，好快咁高翻啲 note 先啦。咁其實啲 note 上面咧，亦都有好多 impact 咗啲嘅 video tutorial 嘅。咁有啲都係對於大家可能嚟緊做嘅啲即係你個 EA 啊，都有啲幫助。咁你其實都可以即係去 download 我啲 notes 啦，然之後去睇佢裏面一啲嘅 tutorial 去幫你去手去做一啲嘢啦。So actually in the tutorial, in our notes, okay, I've also put some of the video tutorial here, so, because I think that a lot of people, okay, you may need this kind of technique to do your assignment, okay. So I also put this tutorial here, so I will briefly go through it, okay, but I will not go deeply because you know that every year the student they got different concept, got different ideas. So these are some of the video tutorial of those they are done in last year. Okay, so maybe I would like to tailor-make some video tutorial for you. Okay, based on your idea. 咁基本上你見到可能陣間啲錄上面有啲嘅片啦，係好適合大家去睇啦。咁但係可能有啲同你哋而家可能有啲同學仔嘅 idea 未必係好似，或者係你未必會用到。咁因為呢啲係上年即係準備佢哋做嘅時候嘅一啲內容啊。咁但係我都覺得好有用嘅，其實係啦。咁呢啲我哋上次都有講過啦，即係即係啲唔同嘅 transition 啦。咁呢度其實都係講緊一啲transition，咁係有一啲即係上次咪 show 過呢一個片俾大家睇嘅。咁其實佢不停喺度 zoom in、zoom in 再 zoom in 咁樣樣啦。咁嚟呢啲 zoom in 咧，其實都好多時候即係好似我哋上一次睇Ant-Man 啊個片尾啦，都係佢不停喺度 zoom in、zoom in、zoom in 嘅一個處理嘅手法啦。係啦，咁嚟呢啲咁樣嘅處理手法，咁如果我哋 After Effects 裏面點樣做咧？咁如果有同學仔真係有呢一個嘅需要，你可以睇翻呢一條 video tutorial 啦，咁佢都會教你咁做嘅。So last week we're talking about some different transition. Okay, actually I would demonstrate how to do it in coming few weeks. Okay, but not to this week. Okay, so for example, this one is talking about there's another transition called infinity zoom. Okay, means that just like the one that I showed you a few weeks ago, if you still remember, I showed you an end credit of the Ant-Man. Okay, if you still remember that the ending is a zoom. They zoom into the sky. Sorry, it's zoom into the planet, and then zoom into the clouds, and zoom into the to some of the area, and then zoom into the bridge, and that is the infinite zoom. Okay, so if you would like to do it, actually there's a video tutorial teaching you how to do it, how to execute. Okay, of course you got an idea, but you have to know how to execute your idea. Okay, so this is one of the video that may help you. So if you got this kind of idea and maybe you don't know how to do it, okay, this is a video tutorial which can help you. Okay, maybe I will cover it a few weeks later. Okay, but today I've prepared something for you. Okay, so I will skip this for a moment. And there is another transition called match cut. Okay, so let me show this two video with you first. Okay, so that you will know that a bit. 係啦，咁我雖然唔會 show 條video tutorial 俾大家睇啦，咁但係我都可以俾呢啲 transition 嘅嘢你睇，因為其實上一次我哋做過嘅，即係我哋唔係做過，我哋上一堂咧係講緊啲唔同嘅過場，係咪？咁其實我哋都show 過俾你睇一啲嘅啲效果啦。咁我會遲少少咧，我哋就會講埋即係俾大家聽點樣做佢出嚟，係啦。咁等我陣啦，等我碌翻嗰個樣俾大家睇先啦。 等我陣啦 share 個畫面俾大家睇先。So this is part one of the chord transition chord infinite zoom. Okay, so it is one of the example. Okay. So you can see zoom in, and then zoom in again. Okay, so this is called infinite zoom. Okay, just like what we saw in the Ant-Man. Okay, so this is a video from Coca-Cola. Okay, a lot of video they're using the infinite zoom as well. 咁其實你見到呢條片咧，其實係好幾條片剪埋一齊嘅。咁有啲唔知點解突然間窒咗啊？係啦，咁有一條咧，其實係 Coca-Cola 曾經嘅一個廣告嚟嘅，咁但係就係用一個 zoom in 嘅做法啦。咁呢啲咁樣不停向前 zoom 咧，呢啲就叫做 infinite zoom 咯。係啦，咁突然間咧，佢就個網絡有啲慢啊，咁我就直情就停咗佢啦。Okay, so I didn't show the whole video, but I believe that you all understand about the infinite zoom. Okay, so let's move on a bit on the note first. Okay, and the second one is about the other transition is called match cut. Match cut. Okay, 咁另外一個 transition 呢個過場咧，我哋會叫佢做一個叫 match cut 啦，係啦，咁其實 match cut 咧，我哋都會好常見嘅，係啦，會用得到喺我哋嘅一啲即係片啊，尤其是呢啲 motion graphics。咁我而家就俾大家睇下，係啦，咁呢個應該上次都略略講過啦，就係So actually, I have already showed this one in last week, okay? But just in case you forgot it, so I show it to you again. Match cut means that you have to match something. For example, the last shot is this three triangle, and then it matched to the logo like this, okay? Also a three triangles one, okay? So that when you're doing this kind of match cut, you have to gather similar shapes of the object so that you can do this kind of match cut. If the shapes of the objects they are not similar, actually you cannot do using this kind of transition. 咁你見到呢一隻就叫做 match cut 啦，我上次都 show 過俾大家睇噶啦。咁其實即係個圖案相似先至可以做呢一個效果啦。圖形唔似就做唔到嘅。咁你見到佢嚟，佢對上嗰個 shot last 係個三角形，三個三角形啦，跟住佢接下一個 shot 咧就係即係亦都係三個三角形，咁先至能夠做得到呢啲叫 match cut 嘅嘢啦。如果唔同樣咧，你就冇得夾硬做，你夾硬做咧都唔係我哋要嘅嘢啦。係啦，咁而我俾你睇一睇呢一條嘅 video 啊。佢都係用好多呢啲類似 match cut 嘅方法做啦。So I'm going to show you another video. They are using the similar idea of the match cut. So do you see that? Actually, they're using, for example, they starting from a mobile phone here and transform into a camera, okay? Because they are also rectangle shapes, okay? So that they can transform to each other and then transform it into an iPod. 咁你見到其實佢個做法都係一樣，用一啲類似 match cut 嘅做法啦，都係一啲形狀相似嘅嘢去變化啦，咁就容易啲去做。咁你唔形狀相似咧，其實係冇得將佢串埋一齊，因為會咁樣會好奇怪，會唔 smooth 嘅。係啦，咁呢度都有講哦，頭先嗰啲點樣做咧？呢度都有個 video tutorial，咁可能呢個又係一樣啦，我會留後少少啦，之後先至會教大家點樣去做。係啦，跟住 3D camera 啦，咁我都見到今次大家啲 storyboard 又同我會做用類似啦，係啦，即係可能你哋未諗用咩方法做嘅，我自己第一個時間都係諗用 3D layers 去做。咁喺 After Effects 咧有一個techniques 啦，叫做 3D layers，咁我都會教大家去做嘅。咁如果你話我真係好急啊，因為要做功課，要識先喎，咁你自己就可以嚟到呢一度個 tutorial 度睇咗先咯。So actually, when I'm looking around with your storyboard, and I find that maybe you also need to learn how to do it using the 3D layers. 3D layers is one of the techniques in After Effects, and actually I will go for it maybe next week. Okay, so if you need to do it now, okay, because of your assignment, your EA, because of the due date of the assignment, the EA one. So maybe you need to learn it first before I teach you, okay? You can go to the link here and then go to this YouTube link, and this is the video tutorial to teach you how to do it, okay? So this is the end of my notes, okay? So that's why I would like to briefly to talking about the notes uh, in order to move on to the After Effects part, okay？所以我都話啦，其實我個 PowerPoint 即係個 notes 好短嘅，係啦，因為我想咧快啲咧就去到我哋 After Effects 嗰部分啦，係啦。咁所以其實個 note 上面咧就係簡單概括一下啦，咁就有3個嘅video tutorial 啦，係啦，分別都係講一啲唔同嘅過場啦，係啦，咁如果大家即係需要嘅話咧，大家就可以即係預先自己睇下先啦，否則嘅話我都會教大家即係去做嘅，係啦，咁不過我就係即係上個禮拜睇完大家嘅 storyboard 咧，我就大約結論咗即係幾個有機會你哋會用嘅 technique 嘅時候，我就好希望今日教先，因為可能你哋嚟緊即係會先交嘅呢一咧已經需要用到呢一樣嘢，咁所以咧我就即係想教咗先嘅，係啦，咁呢一個 part 冇問題啦嘛，係咪？好啦，冇問題之後咧，跟住咧我 share 埋呢個畫面先，跟住先至去我哋 move 去我哋 After Effects 啊。So, if you still remember last week, which is week number 8, okay, so it's already gone this week, okay. So today will be the week 9, okay, 24th of March, okay. You have to submit the title of the animation, okay. How to move around the title. So, I will download some of your work and go to check with your animation，OK？咁應該 suppose 咧，今日咧大家就會交一個即係你個片頭嗰個片名啦，即係隻片名啦，係啦嗰個 animation 啦，即係例如你個名叫做收成咁舉例啦，你就係出個收成嗰個字得噶啦。即係可能你有啲 background 啊嗰啲唔使做住，淨係做咗個字先。即係有啲同學話我個字下低仲有啲圖嘅喎，唔好理住先。我哋即係做個片名，即係你哋個 CA1啊，係啦。你 CA1咧，你設計嘅時候就係得個字嘅啫嘛，應該係咪？咁淨係做咗嗰個字先，就唔好搞其他嘢住先啦。Okay, so today actually you need to submit the animation of the title. If your title with some of the background, okay, just ignore it. Okay, we only focus on the the one that you design in your CA1. Everyone have been designed the title in CA1. Okay, that is no background. Okay, no transition. Okay, there's nothing behind your title. Okay, just the logo itself. Okay, you only need to do that the logo animation, okay, how to show up the names, okay. So I will talking about this today, and next week will be the submission of the EA. Okay, next week 係啦，咁下星期咧就會係成個 EA，即係日就有晒背景啦，即係今日嗰個咧就係得個字。跟住下一個咧就係跟翻你個 storyboard，開頭我唔知啊，即係可能有個天空，跟住跳燈，跟住就黐翻落去你做咗嗰個 title，跟住就出咗香港 DI 個名，舉例，跟住就走啦咁樣樣，咁啊完整成嚿嘢，咁就會下個禮拜交啦。係啦，咁呢個就係上次俾你睇過嘅 schedule 啦吓。So you see, this is the schedule that I showed you last week. Okay, so for next week you're going to doing the complete EA1 with all the backgrounds and other things. Okay, so let's move to the After Effects now. Here is my After Effects. 好啦，咁我哋開始個 After Effects 嗰個啦。咁我有幾樣 幾樣嘢做嘅，其實即係個 After Effects 咧，咁我見到頭先我都預告咗我哋今日會做啲咩啦。咁我會先做咗嗰個瘦成嗰個字先啦。咁我哋做瘦成嗰個字咧，我哋首先咧就即係做俾你睇下先啦。瘦成嗰個字呢度。So I'm going to show you the first exercise that we are going to do today. The first one will be this one. Okay, before we do it, I've got a file share with you. Okay, so that we can do it, use it all together. 係啦，咁我哋開始做呢一個練習之前咧，我 share 個 file 俾你哋先。係啦，咁你哋因為呢個我預先即係前已經上網 download 定嘅。係啦，咁等我 share 咗呢個俾你先。So before I move to the After Effects, here's some of the texture that I prepare. Okay, so I'm going to share with you first. Okay, you have to download it before you working with me. 係啦，咁你要預先 download 咗，你先至可以跟住一齊做，因為你冇嗰啲 file。OK，咁我咧啱啱咧就喺呢度 share 咗3個 file，咁我 tick 俾你睇係邊幾個啦。咁呢度有3個 file 嘅，咁啊麻煩大家可以 download 咗落你部電腦度先。OK，就係呢3個。係啦，咁有一條片，2個圖。Okay, so we're firstly working on the Rust City one. Okay, but before I do it, I have to get some of the files. Okay, in order to make it. So first of all, I have already shared the files with you, so you have to download it. There are 2 images and 1 video. Okay, please download it here. Okay, in our Teams, in the files tab, and then you will see that a few seconds ago I upload 2 JPEG file and 1 video with you. Okay, so please download it. 係啦，咁麻煩大家咧去到我哋有一個 Teams 嗰個files 嗰度啦，咁然之後咧就sorry 我撳咗個網頁，係啦，跟住就去download 咗我俾你嗰個即係2個 JPEG 啦，同埋有個 video 嘅，係啦，咁麻煩大家 download 再落自己嘅電腦裏面度先啊。Okay, so once you download this video and also the image, and you can create a folder and put the 3 files all together. Okay, just make sure that everything is very tidy and very clean. Okay. 咁你 download 完之後，麻煩你咧就開個 folder 咧，將佢哋入起佢啦，係啦，就唔好散收啦。係啦，咁你見到其實咧呢度就係頭先嗰啲 file 嚟嘅，不過你見到點解呢度多咁多？我俾你得個3張咁少嘅3個 file，因為有啲我冇用到嘅，冇用到我啲我都唔 share 俾你啦。咁但係你見到我咧係開一個 folder，然之後入起佢哋嘅。So you can see that I create a folder, for example. This is something with the blood, so I name it as blood, and then I put the JPEG and also the video in the folder. Okay, so I will keep it very tidy. Okay, instead of just leave it in a download folder. Okay， 好，咁應該唔難啦。咁我而家就轉翻個畫面去 After Effects 啦。So I switch back to the After Effects. So let's do it together. Okay, so first of all, we need to create a new composition. 係啦，咁首先第一件事，我哋就要 create 一個 composition 啦。咁例如我叫做 Rust City 啦。咁條片嘅 size 用翻我哋平日嘅 size OK 噶啦。So we using our presets, the setting, okay, the size, okay. We're using the presets. Okay, the preset is actually TV 1080 25 frames, which is our preset. We usually use this kind of setting, so just keep the same. Okay, and then after you change it, you have to adjust a bit of the duration. Because you're going to do the opening, okay? The opening only got the name of your animation and also with the name of Hong Kong DI. So I believe that it will not longer than 20 seconds。係啦，咁我估大家嗰個片頭咧應該唔會太長嘅，咁啊，因為其實你得個片名同埋你Hong Kong DI 個名啫嘛，咁其實兩個名，咁我覺得20秒都應該顯示得晒㗎啦，咁所以咧我就只係set 住20秒就 OK 啦。So I will set it as 20 seconds. But if you find that you need a longer time, okay, you can just change it later, okay. If you find that 20 minutes is not 20 seconds is not enough, actually you can change it later, okay. 好啦，咁跟住然之後就 OK 啦。So and then we click OK, and then firstly we will using the text, I mean the type 2, and to input some of the word, okay。咁我跟住咧就會用嗰個打字嘅功能啦，就打我需要嘅字啦。咁如果你唔係字都得嘅，即係例如好似秀成咁樣樣咧，秀成係佢自己揾咗一個有個中文字，咁可能佢係 AI 做，咁其實係一個 AI graphics。咁如果係 AI graphics 嘅話，你直接 import 佢入嚟就 OK 噶啦，咁就唔使喺度打字啦。咁但係因為我冇啦，咁所以我就唯有自己喺度打字啦。咁但係個做法都一樣噶啦。咁總之我哋要有一個有字嘅嗰個圖咯。So firstly, I will use the type 2 to type the wordings that I need. Okay. Maybe some of you are not. You may design your title. Okay. So maybe it's a graphics instead of a text. Okay. So if that is a graphics, okay, maybe you would do it in Illustrator, and you simply import that Illustrator files and here and input it here, okay. It's also the same, okay, but I don't, so I type my name here。 係啦，咁因為我冇啦，咁所以我就唯有自己打啦。So you can change the size, okay, whatever you like. And I think that for this kind of effect, you better have a very thick fonts，OK。咁我今次呢個咧，因為佢即係佢有啲金屬感啦，咁我覺得咧，即係要粗啲嘅字體先好睇啦。你太幼嘅，即係呢啲咁太幼嘅字體，一嚟咧，我滴唔到劈血落去啊嘛，係咪？咁所以咧，我就盡量揀啲比較粗身啲嘅字款啦。咁但係好無可奈何啦，呢部學校嘅電腦咧就唔多啲。即係唔多啲字款啊，咁你呢啲字款又唔似樣㗎，即係唔好揀呢啲字體啦，係啦。咁so when you looking for some， sorry 呢啲咧太卡通唔似啦，咁佢嗰啲比較型格㗎嘛，係咪？咁你可以自己試下邊啲啦。咁總之我自己覺得咧粗啲嘅字款咧係相對好啲嘅。So I would rather pick a very thick the brushstroke which is very thick, okay. For example, let's say this one, and I change it into black color, okay. And then you will find that when you change into the black color, you can see the word, okay. So you can just toggle, okay, the transparency, okay, because we don't have a background, so we can just hide the background at this moment, okay. You can press this button， 咁因為你見到個字咧轉咗黑色啦，咁所以你要見到個底冇嘢，睇唔到啲字啊，係咪？係啦，咁你可以咧暫時唔好顯示嗰個背景住先啦，都得嘅。係啦，咁如果你想將個字而家係字中擺正中間，咁點擺咧？嗱，首先第一件事啦，你可以select 咗呢一堆嘅字啦，喺 paragraph 呢度咧就可以揀 center text 啦，第一件事你可以做啦。So actually I would like to make sure that the title is at the center of this composition. So first of all, I can select the text here and then go to the paragraph and center the text. Okay, so it's now centered the text, but you find that it's not yet centered because you also need to do another things. Okay， 咁你發覺咧撳完之後咧，佢都未必即刻去到中間嘅，因為你仲有啲嘢要改嘅。係啦，咁我哋咧跟住下一個步驟就喺呢個 window 裏面啦嘅 align。Okay, so for the next step is you need to go to the window, align, And then you can choose okay align layers to composition OK 咁跟住你就揀咗呢個啦 Window 嘅 align 係啦 Window 嘅 align 跟住你會咧右手邊會顯示咗啦咁就 align layer to composition 然之後揀第二粒掣 click 一下同第五粒掣都 click 一下 and then you click on the aligned horizontally and aligned vertically. Okay, now your word is at the center of this composition. Okay, so that is the first step you need to do. Create a text layer with the text that you need, and then make sure the text is in black and put it at the center. 係啦，咁所以我哋第一個步驟咧就係首先打字啦。打你需要嘅字啦，咁如果你真係一啲 AI graphics 都一樣咁做啦，咁就 import 入嚟啦，擺翻你需要嘅地方啦，嚟中間啦。Okay, so the next step is import the texture that I provide to you. Okay, because I find some of the metals look image. Okay. 咁跟住咧，我下一個咧就係要你可以 import 晒頭先我俾你嘅嗰幾個 file 嘅。So the next step is you need to import the files that I share with you, okay, which is 2 JPEG files and 1 video files, okay. So here are the files. And then you import in After Effects. 係啦，咁你就可以將咧我哋頭先俾你嘅嗰個嘅 file 啦，係啦，嗰3個 file 啦，咁你就可以 import 入嚟啦。好啦，我哋 import 咗入嚟啦，咁我哋咧就呢度有兩張生鏽嘅 texture 㗎，咁你即係揀邊張中意啦吓。咁我咧頭先個練習我就用咗呢一張嘅。So that actually I got 2 rusty metal texture. Okay, here are 2. Okay, so you can take a look and pick one that you like. Okay. Once you like, for example, I like this one, and then I will drag this to the timeline. 係啦，咁你自己睇下邊一張圖你中意啦，你覺得嗰張 texture， 你覺得嗰個金屬感你中意啦，你中意嘅話咧就將佢咧拉落下低條 timeline 度咯。OK。明唔明我意思啊？嗱，我哋打咗個字啦，中文啦，唔係英文啦，黑色字啦，跟住我哋就 import 咗兩張圖，一個 video， 跟住嗰兩張圖都係啲生鏽鐵嘅樣嘅，咁你就揀一張，即係兩張嘛，咁你揀邊一張你自己中意多啲嘅金屬嘅生鏽圖啦，揀完之後將佢拉埋落去 timeline 嗰度。咁如果你自己需要 adjust 下啲 texture 嘅大細，你可以大啲細啲啊，即係其實睇你自己中意嗰啲生鏽痕喺邊咯。即係你見到呢有啲刮痕嘅，係啦，咁你可能啊，我想個刮痕係出現喺個 I 字嘅舉例，咁你自己擺埋落去咯，係啦，咁你自己可以調校下個 texture 嘅位置嘅。So once you import the texture that you like, the next step is you can also adjust your texture, okay, move around the texture because this texture they got a lot of different scratches, okay, different colors, and then you can check. You can move the texture around and see which part that you want to show. Okay, maybe I would love that this part is more gray and this part is more red. Okay. 係啦，咁你就將你嗰張圖咧擺翻喺你需要嘅地方咯。係啦，搞掂之後咧，我哋咧就要將呢一個嘅 texture 係擺喺個字嘅下低啦。 係啦，咁但係我哋咧會等會重複做好幾次嘅呢一個做法㗎，係啦，咁咧首先咧我會建議啦，大家 duplicate 咗個 rusty 嘅字先，係啦，因為我陣間會再重用呢一個字㗎，因為我哋咧想做立體感定嘅，係啦，咁我哋咧預先 duplicate 定呢一個 rusty 呢一個 text layer 先，咁我哋陣間就，不過雖然當然你陣間再 duplicate 都得嘅，不過我建議而家 duplicate 咗先啦。So firstly, I will try to duplicate the text layer, which is the Rust City first, because the first one that I'm going to do is a texture layer, okay? And the second part is I want to make it look like more a metal, okay? Got some of the bevels, okay? So let me duplicate it first, okay? Select the text layer, go to the edit and duplicate.咁我 duplicate 啦。好啦，咁有佢啦。咁我哋而家咧就需要咧喺呢一個嗱，陣間咧我哋都會重複做幾樣嘢㗎。留意翻我哋等間要做嘅做法咧，就係嗰個 text layer 會喺上高嘅，嗰啲 texture 啊嗰啲就永遠喺下低嘅。咁大家等間就留意啦。So we have to bear in mind about the order of the layers. Okay, the texture is right under the text layer. Okay, they are in pair. Okay, you cannot switch the order of the layers, okay? Otherwise, the result will look different, okay? Remember, the texture is under the text layer, okay? So if you make sure that the order of the layers like this, and then you can move on, okay? The next step is showing the alpha channel, the check max, okay? You can expand the panel by clicking the middle button here. OK，咁你跟住要做嘅嘢咧就係打開呢一個中間呢一粒中間嘅粒掣嘅左下角，係啦。咁呢個係個 check match 啦，係啦。咁我哋咁一撳咧，咁佢先會打開咗。咁你見到咧呢度多咗啲嘢㗎啦，我未撳咧佢會少啲嘅，撳咗會長咗嘅，即係前面呢一 part，因為多咗啲 function 俾我哋揀。So you can see that if I switch that off, you will see that the panel have less control. Okay, once I switch it on, you will see that I have more control here, such as the check mat. What we're going to do is go to the texture layer. This is my texture layer, and this is the check mat. And then I will change the check mat from none to alpha mat city. Oops, sorry. 係啦，咁做多次啊！嗱，頭先點解好似我冇反應咧？因為咧我呢個 Rust City 個 layers 咧前面隻眼仔仲着住咗啊，即係佢遮住咗啊，所以睇唔到啦。咁其實做到噶啦，咁啊你可以閂咗隻眼仔，你就會見到個效果噶啦。咁我再重做多一次啦嚇。Okay, let me redo it again because just in case you cannot see. Okay, so once I duplicate the Rust City, remember to turn off the visibility of the new layer. Okay, otherwise you cannot see the result. Okay, so remember to switch on the visibility of the Rust City too. 係啦，咁因為驚你等間睇唔到個效果啦，記得啦，將頭先我哋新 duplicate 出嚟嘅 What City 咧，嗰隻眼就刪咗佢啦，跟住就做翻頭先嘅動作啦。我哋撳中間呢一個掣，打開個 check mat。So we are going to switch on this button, the one at the middle, and so that we can see the check mat. 咁跟住就嚟到呢個 texture 嘅 layer 嗰度啦，係 check matte 嘅呢個部分啦，揀呢個 alpha matte wash city。Okay, and then once you switch on the middle button and go to the text layer, the texture layer. The texture layer, you can see that on the middle, okay, you can see that there's a check matte. And then you have to change from none to alpha matte wash city. Okay, once you change it, you can see that now my texture, my texture is will be applied onto the text on the text, just like this. 咁你仍然可以咧喐嗰張 texture 㗎。So you can still move around on the texture. Okay, as I just told you that maybe I would like to have more scratches here. Okay, you can move around, you can scale whatever you want. Okay, 係啦，咁你自己可以揀下你個 texture 擺邊啦。係啦，咁呢個就係第一 part。咁跟住第二 part 咧就係我先話啦，我想做立體字啊。咩叫立體字咧？因為例如佢呢個係金屬，咁金屬應該你而家望出嚟咧就好似薄切切一張鐵片咁，就唔似啦。我就想做佢度有啲厚度咁樣樣嘅，係啦，有少少厚度嘅效果。So the next one is I would like to make this layer, okay? Because you're now looking at this, it look like they are just a very thin metal plates, but I would like to make it look very thick, okay? So that's why I create this layer. That's why I duplicate this layer. Actually, this layer is the one that I would like to make it thick. 係啦，咁另外呢個咧就係我想去做出嚟咧，就係就當做到有個厚度，可以做一個立體嘅金屬咁樣樣嘅，係啦。咁但係做之前咧，我又想大家咧 duplicate 多呢一個 layer 多一次，因為等間我哋會攞嚟做第二樣嘢嘅。So before I move it to and make it with some thickness, okay, I would duplicate one more because the last one that I create that duplicate here is for the blood. OK， 咁其實而家我咧就 before 我繼續下一個 step 之前啦，我又 duplicate 多呢一個 rusty 多一隻啦。點解咧？嗱，大家首先理解下呢三個 rusty 係咩嚟先。第一個呢個 rusty 咧係做呢個金屬生鏽 texture。第二個頭先講啦，我想做到似佢立體感。第三個就係做佢灑喺上高啲血啊，係啦，咁所以咧分別係有三個。layer 係做分別三樣嘢。So you can see that now I got rusty, rusty 2 and rusty 3. Okay, what is this layer? Okay, the first one, this is the first one. They are doing the rusty with texture. Okay, you can see some rusty metal texture. The second one, the rusty 2, is going to make it look a very thick metal plate instead of this one. Okay, I will add some bevel so that I can see it look more three-dimensional. Okay, and the last one is for the blood. Okay, you can see some blood is here. Okay, so the last one is for the blood. Okay, so that's why I duplicate three. There are three layers here. Okay, so we move back to the city 2, Rust City 2. Here, Rust City 2. 係啦，咁我哋嚟翻呢個 Rust City 2呢度裏面啦。係啦，咁然之後咧，我想大家要做嘅呢個 Rust City 2裏面，我哋要你做嘅嘢係啲乜嘢嘢咧？我想你咧要做一樣嘢咧，就係將呢度 apply 一個 effect 落去。So I would like to highlight this Rust City 2 and apply an effect onto this layer to make it look thick. Okay, I will go to the window, effects and presets. 係啦，咁我就嚟到 window 啦 ，effects and preset 呢度啦，我會 search 一個字叫 bevel。係啦，跟住你打完 bevel 呢個字咧，你應該會見到一個叫 bevel alpha 噶。bevel 嘅串法係 bevel。Okay, so what you're going to do is, okay, select the Rust-City 2 and go to Window, Effects and Presets, search bevel, bevel. Okay, and then you will search. There's two results. One is bevel alpha, and the other one is bevel edges. Okay, I will do it this one, the bevel over. Okay, and then you drag the bevel over to the rusty 2。咁你 search 到個 bevel alpha 之後咧，就拉呢個 effect 落去你呢個 rusty 2裏面。得唔得？拉頭先嗰個 search 出嚟嗰個 bevel alpha 嗰個 effect，將佢拉落去 rusty 2。咁咧，其實你撳完之後咧，你應該會見到少少效果㗎。So actually, once you apply the bevel over, you should see there's a result here. Okay, you will see that it look like more dimensional. You see that it looks more 3D。係啦，咁你當你 drag 咗個 bevel over 落嚟咧，其實你已經即時見到個效果啦，佢立體咗啲啊，係咪？咁你可以調校下呢度左手邊啦，有 edge 嘅 thickness 啦，有 light angle 啦。light intensity 啦，咁呢幾樣嘢咧，你都分別可以控制嗰個厚度嘅感覺啊，因為佢金屬啊嘛，佢重厚一啲啊嘛。Okay, so you can adjust the edge thickness, light angle, and also the light intensity. For example, you can see that I change the thickness, okay, or maybe I can change the intensity. And I can also change the angle, which angle you would like to make it more metallic. Okay, maybe I would like to have a thinner one, stronger. Okay, it's really depend. Okay, which look that you like. 係啦，咁你自己揀啦，即係例如而家你見到個厚度，咁你而家就厚啲啦，咁你呢個即係睇你中意厚啲定薄啲啦，冇乜所謂㗎啦，咁樣就薄啲啦，咁就厚啲啦個字，咁睇下你自己中意幾粗幾薄幾幼啦。Okay, so you can using the bevel over to adjust the thickness of these metal plates. Okay, so that it's more 3 dimension. 好啦，做完之後咧。我哋咧就會喺呢一個 Rusty 2裏邊，因為而家你睇，即係而家佢有佢啲 highlight 啦，但係我哋又見唔到我哋頭先啲金屬喎，係嘛？咁我哋而家咧就會去到呢個 Rusty 2呢個 layer 啦，呢度入嚟咪有個 mode 嘅，即係啦 Rusty 2打橫掃過嚟有個 mode，我想你揀 lighten。Okay, so once you select the city and go to the mode, you can change the mode into lighten. Okay, so you can see that now your text is with some of the bevel. Actually, you can change. Okay, you can try the other some other settings. For example, the soft light, or you can try the screen. Okay, you can see that they would have different look, okay, but not using the multiply. Okay, I think that there are few things that you can use, and I think that the result they are good. Okay, for example, you can using lighten. You using screen will like that. Okay, more obvious, and you can also using the soft light. Soft light, you will see that it's not that obvious. Okay, the bevel one。咁你有幾個咧？呢個 mode 咧，你都一定即係可以揀嘅，唔一定跟我呢一個嘅。你可以揀 lighten 啊，嗱 lighten 你見到咁嘅效果啦。你見到 screen 咧就明顯啲啦，嗰個立體感。咁 soft light 就會即係淡啲啦。咁睇你自己中意啦，係啦，即係你中意嘅效果係邊隻多啲咧？係啦，咁你可以自己去調節一下嘅。係啦，咁而家你見到我嘅字咧，而家咪立體咗，所以你做粗字體咧，先至有呢一個效果。你做啲太幼嘅字咧，其實係唔會見到呢一個，因為你太幼嘅字你點做佢呢個 bevel 啫，係咪個立體感都唔見咗？好啦，跟住 last one 啦，就係做啲血咯。 血. So now we are going to doing the blood things, okay? The splash of the blood, okay? How can I do it? Actually, I download a video from the internet and you can looking at the video, okay? They are in the green background because it's helping. It's easier for me to doing the chroma key, okay, to key the green color away, okay, so that you can see this is all the video with the blood. Okay, but of course I will not using the whole clip, okay, because you can see that there's different kind of blood. Okay, for example, the one starting in the center, this one is from the left to the right, this is also from the left to the right, and then you can check which one you like most. 咁你見到成條 video 好多滴血嘅效果㗎，咁唔係要你用晒，你即係揀咯。係啦，咁例如我其實想要呢段嘅，即係我想要呢段好長嗰段，即係咁樣咧一咁樣嘅散開，我想要呢段，咁我就可以揾翻你呢段嘅片啦嘅開頭，即係未有滴血嗰度啦，咁嘅開頭就 mark in 啦，跟住灑晒嗰撇血，臨尾之前嗰撇血之前，臨尾啦就 out。係啦，見唔見到？而家我就 mark 咗個 in 啦，同個 out。咁呢一段咧就係得嗰滴血噶啦。So you can see that this is a lot of clip of the blood, okay? But we're not using all, okay? We'll only pick one, okay? So you can using the in and out button to select the clip that you like. For example, I would like to use this one, the one from the left to the right. Okay, I only use this one. I'm using the in button and also the out button to select the clip that I like instead of apply the whole video. 咁我唔係用晒咯，就係要我呢一段就係啫，就係啲撇血由左至右揈過嚟。咁呢啲 clip 大把啦，喺 YouTube 裏邊係啦，即係都係 free 嘅。好啦，當你揾咗你一段需要用嗰段片啦，用 in out 去 mark 咗你需要嘅範圍啦。好啦，咁跟住咧，你就可以將呢一條片咧，即係呢個 video 啦，拉埋落嚟我哋條 timeline 度，放喺個 Rust City 嘅下低。留意下個次序啊。So once you select the clip that you like by marking the in and out point, and you can simply drag this video into the timeline. Okay, this video should be under the layers of the Rust City 3. Okay, and you can also turn the audio off because I don't need the audio. Okay, so this is the video of the blood. So you can see this is the blood. Let me redo it again. So this is the video, and this is the whole video clips. You can see there's a lot of different blood, and then you can using the in point and out point to select the clip that you like. For example, I would like to have this blood. Okay, so I will search. Okay, this is the beginning of the clip, so I will mark an in point, and I will go to the end of this clip. Okay, this is the end of the clip, and I mark the out point. Okay, once I select the in and out, I drag this video and put it under the Rust City 3. Turn the audio off. Okay, this is my blood. Okay, because there's a logo here. Okay, because this done by somebody. Okay, so I don't like this logo, so I was using the mask. I'm using the pen tool to draw a mask so that I can mask out this logo. 咁因為呢條片我上網 download 落嚟嘅，咁所以咧佢就有啲水印喺度。咁咧我咧就會用支鋼筆工具啦，咁我 select 住呢一條 video 啦。你見到我繼續 select 緊呢一個綠底嘅血嗰個 video 啦，我用支鋼筆框住。其實我可以框好大都得嘅。總之咧就唔要個 logo 咯。係啦，咁我就冇咗個 logo 啦。So you can see that I'm using the pen tool, okay, to mask out the logo because I would not like to put my logo here. 好啦，搞掂之後咧，我哋就select 繼續 select 住呢一個clip 啦，呢條 video 啦，綠底紅血嗰個 video 啦。Once I create the mask, now I'm keep selecting this video, okay, the video, and then I go to the effects and go to the key. Let me think. I forgot the name. Keying here. Keying and using the color range 係啦，跟住我就 select 住呢一條 video 啦，係啦呢條 video，然之後去 effects，跟住 keying color range，好啦，跟住你應該會見到咧有個咁樣嘅樣嘅，呢個 preview 嚟嘅。咁我哋揀第一個 eyedropper， 即係最頂頂呢個 eyedropper 啦。然之後就篤一篤呢啲綠色嘅地下。Okay, so let me do it again. When I'm selecting the video clip, I go to the effects, keying, color range, and you will see this is my window, the preview. Go using the first eyedropper, using the first eyedropper button here, I pick the green here. Okay, you can see there's a large area which is in green. I pick this, and then you can see that the green is gone. 係啦，咁你會大致上見到啲綠色走咗大部分㗎啦，但係仲有少量嘅，係嘛？仲有少量。You can see that a lot of green they are masked out, but you can still find a lot of green around the blood. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit. Zoom in. Okay, you can see there's some other green color here. I'm using the second button here, the eyedropper. The eyedropper with a plus sign. 係啦，咁跟住第二個咧，我就揀呢一個啦。有個 eyedropper 有個加號嘅，有個加號嘅。跟住咧，我哋就揀呢啲綠色。嗱，你見到佢又少咗啲咯喎，咁繼續 keep 住用呢個加號，試下揀多啲近少少嗰啲紅色血嘅，你又會再見到減多啲啲㗎啦。So you can using this button, okay, the plus, the eyedropper with a plus sign, okay, and then you can remove more green color, and also you can using the fuzziness here. 係啦，咁咧呢個 fuzziness 咧就會令到佢咧可以 blur 地嘅，係啦。咁你見到咧，我而家相信乾淨咗好多噶啦。Now you will find that my animation is more clean. Okay, so using few times and to clean up my blood things. Okay, so you can scale down the blood or scale up the blood. You can change your based on your idea. Okay, so you can adjust the blood. Maybe I would like to do something like this. Maybe I would put that here. 咁你自己可以放大縮細啊，等等啦。咁你見到咧，我而家就劈血咧，就會咁樣啦。OK， 咁當然我劈血咧就唔係咁樣搭喺我啲字嘅面嘅，係啦。咁所以咧，我咧就會做多個工序啦，就係不過 before 我做嗰個工序之前，我做埋呢一個 step 先啦。Okay, so you can see that the blood is something like this. So this is my animation. Okay, but I would like, because my animation, the blood will go away, okay, here, okay, because my video is not long enough. So you can see that my blood will suddenly disappear because I only select this clip and then there's nothing here, okay. So I make sure the blood will last until the end of this video, okay. So I will using this blue handle and put it in the last frame of my clip. 係啦，咁而家你見到我咧，其實啲血咧就好 OK 啦，咁樣白劈落嚟啦，跟住嚟到 last 一格咧，其實佢就冇噶啦。嗱，咁佢會突然間嗰啲血消失咗噶，所以咧我會做一個手法咧，就係即係延長啲呢一格啊。係啦，咁我咧就會放大啲呢度啦。咁我去到 last 仲有滴血，即係個劈血嗰度啦。我用呢個藍色呢個 handle 擺喺佢最尾嗰格，見到劈血嗰格啦。然之後咧。我就咧嚟到呢一撇血嗰度啦 ，right click。Okay, and then I go to this the video, and I go to right click, decompose, right click, decompose, and then I maybe call it blood, change the name, and click this move all attribute into the new composition. Okay, move all attributes into the new composition and click OK. So that you can see that my blood will become this one. Okay, let me redo it again. So for the video here, okay, you need to select this video clip and right click, decompose, rename it as blood, and move all attributes into the new composition and click OK。係啦，咁你要做嘅嘢咧就係揀咗呢條 video 嘅片啦，撳右掣啦 ，decompose，將呢個 com 嘅名改做 blood，然之後揀第二個 option 叫 move all attributes into the new composition。係啦，然之後撳 OK，我哋跟住之後就喺 double click 入去呢條 clip 度啦 ，double click 入去呢條 clip 嗰度。係啦 ，double click 喺呢條 clip 嗰度。咁基本上咧，我哋而家要做嘅一樣嘢咧，就係而家個藍色個 handle 咧，仍然停留咗喺頭先講嗰個 last 個劈血最尾停留嗰格 frame 嘅。咁然之後我哋就會去到 composition， 然之後揀 save frame as， 揀 file， 我哋將 last 呢一格 frame 咧延長開去。So, when we're at the last frame of this video clip, I go to the composition, save frame as, file, and then I export this last frame into a JPEG file, okay? But you cannot see that I cannot change the JPEG yet, okay? No worry, you can do it later, okay? So remember, I put everything very tidy, okay? I create a folder called blood to keep all the things in this folder, okay? 咁你見到啦，我而家咧就其實要將頭先嗰滴血嘅最尾嗰格 frame 咧，就將佢 capture 出嚟嘅。咁我咧咁因為而家做緊 blood 嗰個練習啦，咁所以我放翻喺 blood 嗰度啦。係啦，咁我照樣叫 blood 都得噶啦。咁我想其實轉做 JPEG 嘅，不過而家冇得揀，唔緊要，等間有得揀噶啦。你先揀翻落去你自己嘅 folder 裏面先啦，然之後 save。好啦，跟住呢度就有啲 setting 俾你揀啦。首先第一件事個 render setting 要校做 best。Output module 呢一度 kick 入去，揀翻做 JPEG sequence， 咁就可以揀成佢 JPEG 嘅 format 啦。咁我可以揀佢高 quality 一啲嘅嚟10啦，然之後 OK。咁佢而家就會係一個 JPEG 嘅 format 嚟噶啦。咁我再重做啊。So once I select the clip, this is the last keyframe, last frame, and I go to composition, save frame as, and click file. Okay, the render settings I have to change into the best setting, and the output module I will change from the Photoshop sequence into JPEG sequence. Okay, one last step is make sure that this image is in the folder that you have just created. Okay, make it clean and tidy. Okay, so save and then render. Okay, it's very quick and then finish render already. Okay, and go back to your projects. Import the JPEG here. Okay, you have just export a JPEG and import that JPEG into your After Effects project now。係啦，咁跟住我哋啱啱就 export 咗 last 嗰個 frame 出去啦。咁而家我哋跟手咧就將頭先 export 出去嗰張圖咧 import 翻入嚟啦。咁呢一張咧你睇翻個日期就知啦。嗱，3月24號即係今朝啦，10:08即係呢一張啦。呢張就係我啱啱頭先 export 出嚟嗰張圖 ，import 翻佢入嚟。咁呢張就係個劈血啦。跟住翻去呢度咧，你頭先嗰劈血嗰個 video 度啦。即係呢劈咧，呢劈血嗰個 video 咧，係啦，咁跟住咧，將你頭先嗰張圖拉翻入嚟，駁翻喺邊度咧？駁翻喺呢條片嘅尾，係啦，即係呢條片咧嘅尾咧係會承接住你頭先嗰張 still image 嘅。咁我而家就係將條片咧個延伸咗啦，延長咗個 duration。So you can see that. Let me redo it again. Okay. After you export the last frame of the blood into a JPEG, and then you need to import that JPEG back to your composition. Okay, this is the one that I've just export. Okay, and then I import here, and this is my files, and then I drag into the timeline. This is timeline with the blood. Okay, but this is not the right things to do. You have to go to the last frame here. You have to make the image start later. Okay, not starting at the beginning. Okay, it should be continue the last frame until the end. Okay, so you can see that this is the video clip. This is my JPEG. Okay, now my blood video is very long now. It's now 20 seconds. Okay, so you can see the blood here from the beginning, the blood, and then hold forever. 咁你見到我劈血咧，其實而家唔係一條片嚟㗎啦，已經轉咗係張圖嚟㗎啦。咁我哋而家翻去個 Rustity 嗰度啦。咁而家就唔會有頭先個問題啦。嗱，嗰劈血即係嗰劈字掉咗落嚟啦，跟住啲血咧，嗱你喺度永久一生一世嘅，其實係啦，咁樣樣咯。好啦，咁但係而家啲血咧係搭咗喺啲字嘅上高啊。咁頭先講咗啦，咁你點樣啲字唔好搭喺，即係啲字，即係啲血唔好冚嗰啲字嘅面咧？係啦，我就用翻頭先教過你嘅方法 ，Rustity 3 blood， 留意下個 layer 嘅 order，layer 嘅次序 ，Rustity 喺上高 ，blood 喺下低嘅。係啦，跟住一樣啦，喺 blood 嗰個 layer 度揀 track mat， 一樣用 alpha mat Rustity 3。咁咧，你見到佢而家就係得個劈，即係淨係見喺個字上高啦，就唔會字中間啲空白位就唔見到血嚟噶。OK， 做多一次，即係同頭先做嗰個金屬 texture 係一樣噶。So the final step is you have to make sure the order is like this. Okay, remember they are in pair. Okay, they have to be together. Okay, this is the text. This is the blood texture, and then you have to make sure that the blood texture is under the Swastika 3, and then go to the blood layer and the check mats using exactly the same, just like what we did for the texture. We click the alpha mat Rustity. Okay, and now you can see that only the text will see the blood. Okay, there's no blood in between. Okay, so you can see that this is the final result. If you need more blood, you can repeat the same step. Okay, so why there's nothing here？ 係啦，咁點解呢度突然間會呢一度冇晒嘢咧？係啦，咁因為我啲 texture 唔夠長，係啦，我呢啲 texture 啊呢啲咧，條片唔夠長啫，係啦，所以咧就會冇咗嗰個嘅file 啦。 係啦，咁大致上第一個練習咧就係咁啦。咁你哋今日 suppose 要交咧，淨係做呢一個字得噶啦，即係字呢個 animation 就 OK 噶啦，就唔使做。sorry， 翻返嚟度先。係啦，就唔使做嗰啲底色啊等等嗰啲咯。係啦。So for the one that you need to submit today, you only need to animate the text, okay, without the texture. Okay, I mean without the background. I'm not care. I don't care about maybe there's some camera movement and then go into this. Okay, I only need to do the title animation. Any animation is on this title. Okay， 咁呢個就係第一個練習啦，咁就成功咗啦。咁嗱，你中意嘅話可以 save 咗佢啦。你就會去第二個嘅練習啦。好，等我 save 咗先。咁我哋第二個咧，等我睇下講咩好咧。第二個咧，我哋不如就做呢個啊，因為都係啲片頭嘅嘢。即係我見有同學，sorry 啊，唔記得 share 呢個畫面俾大家睇先。係啦，都係啲片頭有關啲字嘅 logo 啊之類啲啦。而家我見到有同學係做呢一個效果㗎，我唔知係咪逃離荒謬嗰種啊？下先啊，mark 咗邊咧？哦，劉安善啊，係啦，我睇翻你咧嗰句都類似係做呢一啲啊，咁所以咧係啦，咁啊就類似啲咩，即係好似啲 mon 啊，咁所以我會同大家做呢個。So the next one that I would like to do is using this kind of effects. Okay, look like the TV signal. Okay. Okay, so let's continue in After Effects。咁我哋繼續啦，After Effects。好啦，咁我咧為咗方便啦，呢一堆嘢咧，啱啱頭先做咗嘅嗰堆嘢咧，我將佢 select 晒啦 ，drag 落個 folder 度咧，即係入起佢哋，咁啊唔使佢哋陣間啲嘢亂七八糟啦。So I select all the layers in the project window and drag them all into the folder icon here. And then I will create a folder to store everything in that of those layers and put it into the folder so that I can clip it more easily to understand or read. OK， 咁你可以咧即係揀晒頭先嗱，你見到我啦 ，undo 先嗱，呢度好多 layer 嘅，select 晒佢哋拉落去個 folder 度。咁啊，呢個係第一個練習，做咗 Red City， 跟住類似咁樣咯，咪唔好亂啦，係啦。咁跟住我哋就開個新嘅 account 啦，係啦，重新第二個啦。今次呢個叫 glitch effects 啊，glitch glitch effect tch 係啦，咁所以我會叫翻做 glitch 啦。咁你唔中意唔識唱呢個字，咪叫 TV 啦，係嘛？即係都係似模仿電視嘅效果啫，係咪？係啦，咁啊一樣啦，我哋 set 翻1920×1080嘅 size 啦，都係不變噶啦，我哋嚟嚟去都係 set 呢啲噶啦。好啦，咁你搞掂咗呢一個之後咧，咁我哋一樣都暫時share 暫時做住呢一個嘅即係20秒先啦，我都未知要做幾多秒啊，20秒先啦，唔夠先，你等再做長啲咯。So let's keep the duration as 20 seconds. I'm not sure how long it is, but I can change it later. Okay, so I click OK, and then so firstly I will again type whatever I want here. Maybe I would using a white color. This time I'm using a white color to type the word here. 係啦，咁我今次咧就用白色啦。咁我揀啲字最好似翻啲電腦嘅字啦，係啦，即係襯翻佢個風格啦，係咪？So now I think that I should find the text something like the TV signal. Okay. Yeah. 係啦，咁你揀啲字詞啦嚇，我揾啦，你哋可以喺呢啲都得嘅，其實我睇下仲有冇邊啲先。不過我啲字唔中意咧，轉頭都可以轉。Let me look for better typeface, okay? Because this is a computer in the school, okay? Maybe they don't have a very good typeface, okay? Maybe this one, okay? 好啦，是但啦，揀呢個啦。咁樣樣啦，頭先教過大家點樣將佢 center 噶啦，咁就係用 align 啦。So I've just told you how to make this word at the center using the align button here, composition, click the second button and also the fifth button, okay? Okay, once you finish it, right click to this composition and create a P compose. 係啦，咁你打完呢個字之後咧，我哋就 right click 啦，撳右掣啦，我哋就揀 P compose。係啦，咁嚟我哋叫佢做 logo 啦，logo com 啦。係啦，咁其實佢可以唔係一個字嚟嘅，即係好似頭先話齋啦。咁你可能個字係 design 咗嘅，又可能係 AI design 咗好靚靚嘅，咁其實都 OK 嘅。咁你咪 import 你嗰張 AI 入嚟咯，咁一樣嘅啫。So if you are doing this title in Illustrator, okay, you can simply to import that illustration file in as an AI file and input it here. Okay, it's exactly the same. Once you import the AI file, you also need to right click and using the P compose, okay, and change the com into logo com and click the second options, which is move all attributes into the new composition and then click OK. 好啦，咁搞掂。跟住我哋下一個 step 咧，就要做一個色塊。The next step is we need to create a new solid. We create a new solid. We create a new solid. Doesn't matter what is the color is. You don't need to change the color here, okay? So just leave it, okay? 咁呢個新嘅 solid 咧，唔使理佢啲顏色嘅，因為其實等間仲唔係用呢啲顏色噶啦，其實是但我哋求其要一個色塊嘅啫，所以咧乜鬼嘢都唔使改啦，直接就咁 OK 就可以啦。咁就有個新嘅 solid 啦。咁一樣啦，喺呢個新嘅 solid 度，我哋撳右邊掣啦，然之後揀 P compose。So once you create this solid, I select this solid layer and right click P compose again. P compose again. P compose again. Okay, and then I will call this come into a glitch come. Glitch come. And then okay. Okay, so you got the second come, which is only got one solid inside. 係啦，咁我哋啱啱咧就整咗一個，嗱我再重做多次啊，如果太快啊，嗱我哋咧，我掉晒佢哋啦嚇。Okay, let me redo it again. Okay, just in case you didn't follow. Okay, so we have to create a com. Okay, 1020, 1920. Okay, and then I create a new text. Let's say hello. Okay, once I type my word, I make sure it's in white, make it the center, done. And then I go right click, P compose, logo, come. Okay, finish the first part. The second part is create a new solid. Oops, sorry. Create a new solid, whatever the color is. Click OK. And then go to this solid and right click, P compose. This is called glitch come. Click OK. Done. Okay, so into that glitch come, okay, we can double click into this solid layer. As I just told you that we don't need to change the color of this solid because you would change it all over again. OK，咁其實頭先我哋整完咗呢兩個嘢咧，嗰個 solid 咧，頭先嗰個正式嘅色塊咧，其實唔使理佢啲顏色嘅，因為等間你會改頭換面噶啦，所以佢都唔係再係你而家揀嗰個顏色噶啦。咁然之後咧，我哋 select 咗呢個 solid，留意啊，我而家喺個 glitch come 嗰個 solid，即係個正式嘅色塊度啦，我哋會 apply 一個 effects 嘅。咁頭先我哋都試咗噶啦，喺 window 呢度啦，開個 effect 呢度啦，我哋 search 啊，因為太多啦，你好難揾啊。係啦，我哋揾一個叫 fractal noise。係啦，咁如果你唔識串個字咧，咁啊就可以跟我一齊成日喺度揾嘅一樣嘅啫。咁啊就喺 filter 啦，跟住喺 noise 呢度 fractal noise。Okay, and then you go into the glitch com, and there's a solid there, and then select the solid layer and go to effects, and then choose the noise and grain and pick the fractal noise. Okay, this is the fractal noise. There's something that you have to change. For example, the fractal type. 咁第一件事你要改個 fractal type 啦。我哋要將佢唔係 fractal type，我哋喺 noise type 嗰度改。So firstly, we need to change the noise type. We change into block. Okay, noise type change to block. And then contrast, we change into 200. Okay, to make it more contrast, higher contrast. Okay, if you find that it's not strong enough, you can increase the number. Okay， 咁跟住我哋下一個 step 就將個 contrast 轉成200啦 ，and then change the brightness into -20 to make it darker。係啦，跟住我哋下一個就係將嗰個 brightness 咧將佢較-20，整佢暗啲。係啦，咁跟住咧，我哋仲要做嘅，呢個有個叫做transform。Okay, the next one is, yeah, you see that there's a attributes called transform. Expand the transform and uncheck uniform scaling。係啦，咁你見到個 transform 啦，麻煩你打開佢啦。跟住呢個叫 uniform scaling 嘅 uniform scaling， 我將個 tick 好刪咗佢。跟住 scale width 咧，我想你打做4000。And then you need to change the scale width into 4000, and the height will about 750. Okay, something like that. You can adjust this with later. Okay, if you find that it's not good enough. Okay, if maybe you want this one, doesn't matter. Okay, you can change it later. Okay, but let's try this setting first. 係啦，咁你其實啲數值都可以改嘅，其實等間，不過你可以先做咗先，你再睇到個效果先再改咯。跟住就係呢個 revolution 呢個字啦，到呢個 revolution。OK， 咁我哋咧就會去到呢一度啦，喺個 solid layer 呢度啦，打開個箭嘴，有個 effects， 再打開箭嘴 fractal noise， 再打開箭嘴，應該有個叫 revolution 呢度嘅，係啦，我想你 select 住佢啦。Okay, so once you change the setting up there, and you have to go to the timeline here and looking for one attribute called evolution, and then you have to select it. Once you select it, it will be in light gray color, and go to the animation, add expression. Last week, I also teach you how to do the add expressions. Okay, when I'm doing some shaky text. Okay, I forgot. I do it a few weeks ago, or maybe I teach you already. Add expression. 係啦，咁你就 select 住個 evolution 啦。 跟住係啦 animation 裡面揀 add expression。好啦，你撳完之後咧，呢度有啲嘢俾你打嘅，我想你打 time 乘即係星星啦嚇，3000係啦，星星乘3000。睇唔清楚嘅同學，我將佢擺落個 Teams 度。好啦，我啱啱打咗啦，係啦。如果你唔知道要打啲乜嘢落去嗰個嘅個 expression 嗰度咧，咁你就見到我而家就喺個 chat room 入面 share 咗我打啲咩落去啦。咁咪就好簡單啦，就係 time 乘3000 time 乘3000。得唔得 ？time 乘3000，好啦，得咗之後咧，你可以自己試下 preview 下個效果㗎。咁佢就會不停嘅閃咯。So you can preview the outcome here. You can using the space bar, okay? You can see because I add an expression here, so it will do it automatically and change the image like this. 係啦，咁你見到佢就會不停自己喺度喪閃咯。So you can see this the result. Okay, so pause it and we go back to our glitch composition. 咁我哋翻去我哋個 glitch 個 composition 啦，即係有我哋嘅字啦，有個 glitch 嗰個啦。係啦，so we go back to the glitch composition. So we go back to the beginning. Okay, we got two columns. One is our logo, and the other one is the one that we have just finished with the noise, things like that. Okay, and then high. Okay, because we don't want to see this look. Okay, so we can hide. Okay, this layer. We can turn off the visibility of the glitch com. Okay, hide the layer. 係啦，咁跟住咧，我哋翻嚟，我哋最開頭係做啲 glitch 呢一個嗰個嘅 composition 嗰度啦。我哋頭一開始有呢兩嚿嘢噶嘛，係咪？咁將 glitch com 啦，嗰隻眼仔可以刪咗佢嘅。我暫時唔想見到佢住啦，因為冇需要用嘅。跟住我哋翻嚟 logo com 呢個，我哋 and then we need to select on the logo com here, logo com, and we go to the effects here, type displacement. Okay, you will see that there is one thing called displacement map. Okay, if you don't know how to find it, okay, I can do it again. Select the logo com, and effects, this dot, this dot, this dot here, the displacement map. They are the same. It doesn't matter you using the searching function to looking for an effect, or you go to the effects panel and search for one that you need. Okay, they are exactly the same. Okay, so displacement map. Actually, I teach it already. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. Sorry. Please delete this displacement map. Okay, I forgot to create one more thing first. sorry 啱啱頭先嗰個咧 displacement map 冇拖落去個 logo 嗰度先，我漏咗做一個 step 啊，係啦，咁都係一樣嘅，都係陣間都會 displacement map，不過我哋唔係用落去個 logo 個 com 度，我哋加個 adjustment layer 先，係啦，我哋喺個 adjustment layer 度用嘅嗰個 displacement map。係啦，我哋費事擾亂咗個 logo 個 com。So we temporarily not using the displacement map first because we need to apply that displacement on the adjustment layer. So I have to create an adjustment layer first, okay, before I applied it. Okay, so I go to layer, new adjustment layer, and I put the adjustment layer at the middle. Okay, you can see that the order here, okay, the glitch, and then the next one is the adjustment layer. The bottom one is the logo come. 係啦，留意下我而家個 layer 嘅次序啊。第一個就係個 glitch come 啦，即係頭先有一個閃嗰個嘅 come 啦，跟住啱啱新整嘅 adjustment layer 啦，跟住嗰個 logo 寫住 hello 嗰個 logo 啦，嗰個 layer 啦，係啦，咁我係咁樣嘅個 layer 嘅次序。好啦，我哋係頭先我做嗰個 displacement map 咧，係用落去呢個 adjustment layer 嘅。頭先唔好意思啊，係啦，因為佢會等間有啲得意嘅效果嘅，所以我哋會 apply 呢個 adjustment layer 度嘅。So, and then now I'm going to select this adjustment layer and do it again. Apply the displacement map into this adjustment layer. Select the adjustment layer, go to effects and start displacement map. Okay, once you click on this displacement map, I will teach you how to change the value, the setting here. First of all, displacement map layer, we have to change into the glitch com. The displacement map layer change to glitch com. 係啦，咁第一樣嘢啦，我哋即係喺個 adjustment layer 加咗個 displacement map 之後咧，我哋喺第一個要改嘅地方咧就係 displacement map layer，我哋要將佢轉做 glitch com。glitch com。glitch com。好啦，跟住其實已經有啲反應㗎啦，見唔見到啊？你一個字已經漏咗少少啦。So you can see you're looking at your image here. You can see it's slightly distorted. Okay, it's slightly because I need to change the value here. We have to change the value of maximum horizontal displacement and also the maximum vertical displacement. Okay, I would like to change into 170. Okay, so you can see the distortion is really strong. And I changed the vertical displacement into 90. Okay, but of course you can change whatever number you want. Okay, I just try these two. I think the result it look good, and if you can change the value here later. Okay, if you want to slightly modify it. 係啦，咁你首先咧就喺個 displacement map layer 嗰度揀咗 glitch com 啦，跟住有兩個位你都需要改嘅，就係 maximum horizontal displacement 啦，同埋 maximum vertical displacement 呢個都要改嘅。係啦，咁我就大約分別係改咗170啦 ，maximum horizontal displacement 我改咗170啦 ，maximum vertical displacement 我大概改咗90啦。咁咧個字咧就已經係咁樣咧爛晒㗎啦。So you can see that all the text here, they are something like that. That. 好啦，咁但係咧嗰啲閃下咧，其實唔係成日都閃嘅，佢係偶然閃一下嘅啫。咁我俾你睇下先，俾你睇下個效果先。So for this kind of bad signal, okay, we are not it will not show all the time. You can see looking at my video here, you can see that hello is good, and suddenly they start back to the normal and bad again, go back to the original, and they start again, go back to the original, and they start again and go back to the original. So you can see that actually this kind of effects actually will apply in few times. Okay, so you can see hello and good, hello, and you can see that this is what we're going to do. So here, this is the adjustment layer. You can make it very short. Okay, you can make it maybe 2 or 3 frames or 3 or 4 frames。係啦，咁呢個 adjustment layer 咧，其實好短得噶啦。咁啊，你可以自己諗啊，其實可以一格 frame 嗱，而家係一格 frame 啦，呢個2格 frame 啦，3格 frame、4格 frame，你可以3至4格 frame 咁上下咯。係啦，3至4格 frame。 So you can keep this adjustment layer only for 3 or 2 seconds, okay? 3 or 2, not 2 seconds, okay? 2 or 3 frames, okay? Or 3 or 4 frames, okay? This is the one. So you can see that's very short. So let me show you the result first. 係啦，咁我將呢個 adjustment layer 咧縮到好短嘅啫，3至4格 frame 啦。嗱，咁你見到佢已經頭先閃咗下。係啦，咁但係呢種效果咧，我需要佢會重複幾次嘅，所以咧我會 duplicate 幾次。So you can see this kind of distortion they will apply several times. So I will duplicate this adjustment layer 3 more times and randomly put this adjustment layer in your timeline. Okay, maybe I put it here. Maybe I would put it here. Okay, randomly. Okay. 咁我其實就亂擺嘅啫，即係唔使即係好即定每一個呢啲斬嘅效果，唔一定要係大家同一個時間出現嘅，即係有陣時快啲，有陣時慢啲，有陣時會出現嗱，見唔見到？係啦，咁你中意佢想再隔開啲先斬第二次嘅都可以嘅，你咪將呢兩格搬後啲先咯。好啊，即係佢斬一下之後隔耐啲，跟住就連續斬兩嘢都得㗎，係咪？好啦，咁跟住咧，嗱身後面做嗰兩個 duplicate 嗰啲咧，我都會建議你咧，即係呢兩個 com 咧，我哋都同樣地 apply 咗個 displacement map 噶嘛。你咧每一個咧呢啲數值咧，頭先我哋做過，你啲數值咧可以 set 唔同啊，每一個係啦。頭先我哋咪做咗個17090嘅，係啦，咁你可以咧自己試下，其實呢幾個 com 咧，佢哋啲數值係有些微差別嘅，係啦，咁就唔使大家每一次閃咧。都係同一個樣咯，係啦，即係其實呢3個 adjustment layer 咧，其實嘅 maximum vertical displacement 或者 maximum horizontal displacement 咧，呢兩個數值係都有啲唔同嘅，係啦。So you can see that I will slightly change the value of maximum horizontal displacement and maximum vertical displacement of these 3 adjustment layer and change it a little bit different, okay, so that they will look different. 好啦，跟住咧，我哋咧就再做啦。我哋咧將呢個 logo 啦，我哋 duplicate 多3個 ，OK。And the next step is I duplicate the logo com and duplicate 3 more, okay. And I will change it into rename the name, okay. Change it into red. This one I will call it blue. I'm sorry, blue up. Sorry. Here, change it into blue. This one change it into green because for the TV the primary color is red, blue and green. OK， 係啦，咁我咧就頭先咧啱啱咧就 duplicate 咗最底嗰個 logo 個 com 啦 ，duplicate 多3次，咁啊分別改名叫做 red、blue、green， 係啦 ，red、blue 同埋 green， 係啦，咁點解我係紅色、綠色、藍色咧？因為光嘅三原色，即係電視機嘅三原色咧，係呢個紅藍綠噶嘛，係咪？咁所以就係呢3隻色啦。咁就同畫畫嗰隻三原色係唔同嘅。Okay, so you can see this the result here. Okay, once you duplicate 3 composition, and then you select all 3 composition and apply an effects called field. Okay, effects generate field。咁你搞掂晒 create 咗啲新嘅3個 com 之後咧，我哋就揀 select 晒佢哋啦 ，effect 啦 ，generate field。好啦，跟住我哋揀咗 field 之後咧。咁我哋分別咧嗱，而家全部佢哋都紅晒嘅，其實。So actually, once I apply the color here, okay, it should be they are all the same, okay, because by default they will fill in red, okay. So you go to the column that I name it as green, okay, and then please change that fill color into green。係啦，咁你跟住要做嘅做法咧就係、你就去跟翻我啲 com 啦，我改咗做綠色嘅 layer，唔該你將佢嗰個 fill 嘅顏色變翻綠啦。我呢個寫住 blue 嗰個嘅 com 個 layer 咧，麻煩你將翻個 color 變翻做藍色啦。跟住我揀咗做紅色嘅嗰個 layer，唔該你轉翻佢做紅色，咁即係本身都係嗰個紅色啦。係啦，咁應該咧。而家就乜都睇唔到嘅，應該淨係見到個綠色嘅，因為咧個綠色冚住晒其他啊嘛，咁所以係應該見唔到其他嘅。好啦，我哋差唔多完成埋呢一個嘅練習噶啦。咁我俾你哋轉晒嗰3個顏色先，即係綠色寫住綠色嘅就將個 fill colour 轉綠啦，藍色嗰個將個 fill colour 轉藍啦，紅色嗰個 fill colour 轉翻做紅啦。好啦，跟住之後下一個步驟咧，就將翻頭先我係白色嗰個logo 咧搬翻上嚟。Now I have to move the white. This one actually is in right, okay, and I have to move it back, okay。咁我首先要將翻佢咧擺翻上嚟先。好啦，跟住咧，我想你咧做嘅嘢咧就係將下低呢3個 layer 咧，即係 green、blue、red 咧，分別大家移少少，左右啊，係啦，即係好似而家你見唔見到我用 mouse 咧，睇下放大啲，嗱，本身係咁嘅，係咪？我將 green 呢個咧移啲啲，係啦，藍色嗰個 layer 咧，是但你中意點移都得啦，係啦，你中意移左移右是但你啦。係啦，咁總之有啲 offset 啦，係啦，你中意一組色嘅移多啲都得添。Okay, so and then you got 3 layers here, green, blue, and red. Okay, using the arrow button, okay, because we only need to change a bit only. Okay, using the arrow button to offset these 3 layers a bit only. Okay, not a lot, only a bit. Okay. So you see that it should be something like that. And we have to set the keyframe. You have to set a keyframe, okay? You can looking at me how to do it first, okay? Before you continue, okay? You can see that this is the glitch effect, okay? Very short, okay? So I will key a keyframe at the middle, at the center of this glitch effects, and go back to the beginnings here, okay? I will move it back. 係啦，咁我咧其實嗰個 offset 咧少少咧，其實係開頭係冇嘅，係啦，即係呢啲開頭嘅 offset 咧，藍色嘅上翻去，開頭係冇個 offset 嘅，係啦，個紅色都係。 係啦，開頭冇嗰啲 offset 嘅，開頭冇嘅，跟住咧先至甩開啲顏色，跟住又還原翻，咁即係個綠色咧翻去，跟住個藍色升翻上去，因為佢跌咗落嚟啊嘛，跟住紅色擺翻右邊，見唔見到係咁樣嘅？嗱，我做多次啊。Let me redo it again. So you can see this is another glitch effects showing up here. Okay, so at the beginning here, okay, using the blue handle here and start setting a first keyframe. Okay, they are still in white. There's no offset. And then about the center of these glitch effects, and I slightly offset my color. Okay, maybe this time the green one will be on the right. Move down a bit, and then blue. And then I apply the one of the wet color. Okay, so this is the red. Okay, and the final keyframe is back to original. Okay, you can just copy keyframe and paste, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Okay, you can copy. Okay, repeat the same step for the last one, the last screech. Okay, also setting a keyframe here, no offset, and the end frame is no offset as well. Only the middle one, the middle keyframe, we got some kind of offset. Something like that. So once you finish it, you can see that the result like that. So if you want to have more offset, color offset, you can make it bigger, the color offset. 咁如果你嫌嗰啲即啲閃嗰啲唔夠誇張嘅，你咪可以自己做誇張啲咯，即係嗰個即係即係嗰啲紅色、藍色、綠色啊。係啦，咁佢就會明顯啲閃咗咯。So you can see this is the old TV style. So I give you time to do it. For the next exercise, I need to share some file with you. So let me share the file with you first. 係啦，咁最尾一個練習咧，我有啲 file share 俾大家嘅。咁啊，等我陣啊，我翻 Teams 度 share 先。咁你做住呢個先啦。 好，咁我啱啱咧又 share 咗個 file 俾你哋啊，咁我 show 俾你睇添先，咁我哋課做下一個練習嘅。So I'm going to teach you the third techniques, okay? And I've just share in our Teams, okay? You can see that I have just created another folder called L09 unfolding paper. Unfolding paper. There's 3 files here, 3 JPEG files. Please download it into your computer. 係啦，咁我咧啱啱就 create 咗個新嘅 folder 啦，叫做09 unfolding paper 啦，裏面有3張圖，咁麻煩大家抄落自己部電腦度先。係啦，咁我哋就會試下做啦。咁呢一個做法係趙冰冰咧，佢就想做一個類似咁樣打開一個紙一卷紙咁樣嘅效果嘅。係啦，咁我就會教大家點樣去做。咁出嚟嘅效果頭先都俾你睇過噶啦。咁出嚟嘅效果咧就會類似做成咁啦。So we are using these files and doing some kind of this kind of animation. Okay, unfolding the paper. So you have to download the files that I gave to you. 係啦，咁你 download 晒呢個 file 先，咁我開翻頭先嗰個你做緊嗰個先。So I will start here. Okay, so these layers are making this the glitch effects. So I select all this layer again and drag into the folder and I call it CO2 glitch. 係啦，咁樣樣啦，我就將頭先做咗啲嘢啦，我就入晒落一個 folder 度，我清晰啲啦，啲嘢冇撈亂晒啦。好啦，跟住我就開始 import 翻頭先我 share 俾你嗰3個 file 啦。我俾咗呢3張圖你哋嘅。So I have shared this 3 images with you. Okay, so when you're doing the After Effects, you have to import this 3 image into your computer. Okay, so we can work together. 係啦，咁你首先咧去攞咗呢一堆嘢先。係啦，呢三張圖download 完之後咧，你就 import 入去自己部電腦度。係啦，就 import 入去我哋啱啱而家做緊個 project 裡面。好啦，我哋 import 咗入嚟之後，咁跟住做啲咩咧？咁啊 import 咗先啦。So once select these 3 layers and go to import, and I create a new composition, a brand new composition. I called it unfold. Okay, because I'm doing this kind of effects. I'm also keeping the 20 seconds. 係啦，咁我咧就開一個新嘅 com 啦。咁跟住我都係一樣用呢一個叫做19204080啦，跟住20秒啦。好啦，跟住之後 OK。咁咧，其實我有個地圖，有張台， 跟住有張紙嘅質感嘅，其實好啦，咁我先 drag 嗰張 table 啦 ，table 就係個底嚟嘅。So firstly, I would drag the table texture here and put it at the back because this is a table, the texture for the table. Okay, so I just put it here, and because this image is quite small because I just downloaded it from the internet, so it's not big enough. So that I would like to scale it a bit so that it will cover the whole screen. Using the S buttons to show the scale and scale it up。係啦，咁我覺得而家張 texture 張台張 texture 可能係嫌細咗少少嘅，係啦，咁我咧就將佢放大少少啦。係啦，就將佢放大少少啦。咁然之後 cover 晒成個畫面啦。好啦，跟住就係個地圖啦。And then the next one is the map. Okay, I drag this map. Okay, the image is called pirate. Pirate something is too long. The name I don't know what is the full names. Okay, but I know a pirate something. Okay, and then I drag this pirate things here, put it here. 係啦，跟住我就拉呢一張地圖啦，放落嚟啦。係啦。咁你可以放大些少嘅，呢張地圖好似好細哦。So you can scale up a bit, or maybe you can scale it later, okay? Whatever. Okay, so I scale this map a bit. 係啦，咁跟住我就需要將佢放大啲啦。好啦，跟住我哋要做嘅嘢咧，就係我哋喺呢一度啦，又係 search 啦 ，search 一個 effect 啦，叫 roughen edge，roughen edge。嗱，你應該會見到噶啦。咁揾唔到嘅話咧，其實你就 select 住呢一張地圖啦，呢張藍藍地色嘅啦，我哋去 effects 啦，跟住個叫 stylize 去揾一個叫 roughen edge 都一樣嘅啫。So if you find you cannot search the name, okay, you can just select the map and go to effects, stylize and roughen edge。好啦，咁你揀咗之後咧，我哋就可以微調裏面呢啲數值噶啦。例如你可以adjust 下呢啲數值咧，其實個邊邊咧，我唔知大家睇唔睇到咧。我刪咗個台面俾大家睇先啊。其實咧，你見到我 roughen edge 咗之後咧，張紙咧，哎呀，張紙就巢咗少少啊！你見唔見到？So I can just make the table invisible at this moment so that you can see that I've already roughened the edge. Okay, you can see that you can change the value. Okay, roughen, sharpness. Okay, or the inference, the fractal inference. Okay, how much it changed this one. You can also scale the roughen. Okay, so you can adjust whatever you want. Okay, to make it more complex, okay, something like that, or you can doing something like that, make it smoother, okay, something like that。係啦，咁你可以用 roughen edge 咧去整到個邊咧爛爛地，用爛爛，好似啲舊地圖咁樣樣啦。咁我俾啲時間大家試下咁樣整嘅先。好啦，搞掂咗之後咧，我哋咧就會整一個新嘅 solid。Okay, so the next step is once you roughen the edge, I will create a new solid here, layer, new solid. And this times I will using the eyedropper to pick the blue color here. 係啦，咁我咧跟住就會用個 create 個 new solid 啦，個 solid 嗰個顏色咧，我想做翻呢個啲卷紙嘅顏色啊，係啦，做翻呢一卷紙嘅顏色，係啦，所以咧我就揀藍色，係啦，所以我就揀翻呢個藍色，好，咁呢係啲卷紙啦，得唔得？啱啱 create 咗個新嘅 solid，個 solid 個顏色係用翻個紙嗰個底色嘅，係啦，做翻紙嘅底色。好啦，跟住之後咧，我哋就 right click 呢一個藍色嘅字啦，然之後揀 P-compose。Okay, once you create a solid and pick the blue color of the map, and then I will right click and choose the P-compose. 好，跟住之後咧 ，P-compose 咗之後啦，呢、這個就係、即係你可以叫 paper 啦，係啦，跟住又係揀 move all attributes into the new composition 啦。咁你而家見到我哋有個新嘅 com 噶啦。So once you right click P-compose, and then you need to name it as such as name it as paper. And then you pick the second options, which is move all the attributes into the new composition. And then please double click into this com. OK， 咁跟住你下一個步驟就係 double click 啊。係啦 ，double click， 跟住 double click 之後做乜咧？我想你縮細少少呢張紙，係啦。Once you double click into this composition, please scale down a bit of this paper. Okay, scale down a bit only. 係啦，咁你見到我咧係只需要上下縮細啲啲就得噶啦。係啦，只需要上下縮細啲啲就可以啦。Okay, you only slightly scale in the vertical here. Okay, scale down vertically here. 好，跟住我哋就翻去頭先嘅 unfold 呢一個嘅 com。Okay, once you scale down a bit on the paper, we go back to the original com, which is called unfold. And I would select this com and search CC cylinder. 係啦，咁我咧就會 apply 個 effect 咧叫 CC cylinder 嘅，係啦。咁如果你揾唔到嘅話咧，一樣啦 ，select 咗呢個 paper，去到 effects 啦，跟住揀 perspective CC cylinder 一樣嘅啫。好，跟住之後咧，咦嗱，你見到撳咧已經即刻 搞掂㗎啦，即係好似啦。So you can see once I click the CC cylinder, you can see that the image will something like that, and you can slightly change the radius, okay. um, and also you can change the lighting, okay, because the lighting maybe it doesn't look good because it's too three-dimensional, okay. Maybe you don't like that, and then if you don't like that, you can change in the shading. You can add more, and you can add more in the ambience, uh, less diffuse, okay, less diffuse, and we will make it more 2D, two-dimensional。係啦，咁你跟住就可以自己咧，可以去揀，例如個 radius 啦，你卷紙想幾肥幾細啦，跟住你都可以試下校下嗰個light intensity 啦，你校得越光咧，咁佢就會好立體下咁樣嘅，咁睇你自己中唔中意啦。跟住個光喺邊啦，咁而家好靚嘅呢張紙，咁個 specular 太高啦，咁你可以揀低啲啦，咁你就可以調節下呢堆嘢嘅，係啦，咁我俾少時間你調節下呢堆嘢先。Okay, so I give you time to adjust the value of the cylinder first. Okay, to change it a bit. 好啦，跟住咧，你梗係可以將啲卷紙咧擺翻喺你可以擺左邊先嘅，因為我哋等陣都要做個 animation，佢打開啊嘛，好似咁樣樣。Okay, so firstly, we will start keying the animation. Okay, for example, I will key this wall, this paper from the from the right hand side to the left hand side. Okay, so I will move the paper on the right hand side first and set a keyframe in position. I will start keying here, adding the first keyframe, and then maybe I will spend 3 seconds to unthrow it. OK，咁但係可能我用3秒鐘啦，咁佢就會打開啲卷紙啦。咁大約係咁啦，咁我就會咁樣行咗轉啦。So you can see that it can something like that. You can move the paper. And at the same time, I also need to add a keyframe. And also, before I move here, I would like to using the graph editor to adjust the timing. 係啦，咁跟住我下一個步驟咧，我就想調一調校嗰個時間先啊，因為咧我想咧佢卷紙咧係開頭打開得快，臨尾咧慢慢攤開係慢嘅，即係我想開頭快，臨尾慢。So I would like to use the graph editor to adjust the timing. I would like that the paper will load first in a faster speed. At the end, it will end with a slower speed. Okay, so I will adjust it in the graph editor. So I select this 2 keyframe or select the paper and go to the graph editor. 係啦。咁跟住你就會見到啦，呢個就係我哋嗰條 path 啦。So once you click into the position, you can see this the curve here. Okay, so you can see this is linear because it's using a constant speed. Okay, so I will change the curve here. Okay, and then firstly, I will move it fast. So this one means fast. OK， 咁越直咧，即係打動垂直咧，佢就會越快啦。後面呢個越橫咧，代表越慢。咁而家出嘅效果咧就係佢開頭捲得快， 臨尾捲得慢嘅，係啦，你可以睇下係咪啦。So you can see that firstly they will roll faster and slower at the end. So you can see slower at the end. 咁你見到啦，而家真係開頭碌得快啲，臨尾係慢慢張開嘅。好啦，跟住咧，我哋就會喺呢張 map 嗰度啦，我哋做多一樣嘢嘅，我哋就要落個 mask。我哋喺呢個 pirate 呢個 layer 嗰度咧，我哋就會用呢一個，即係嗱要 select 住啊，要 select 住呢一個地圖嗰個 layer 啦，即係個 pirate 嗰個啦，跟住然之後用呢個長方形嘅工具啦，我哋咧就會畫個 mask 嘅。So the next step is we need to using the mask function, okay, to mask out some of the map here. Okay, so I have to select the pirate layers here and using the rectangle tool. So firstly, I would draw a very small rectangle shapes like this. This is my mask. And I will start add a keyframe at the beginning by switching on the stopwatch here in the mask path. 係啦，咁你見到我咧就畫咗個好細細嘅長方形啦，咁就一開始嘅時候咧加咗個 keyframe 咧喺個 mask 嘅 path 度嘅。嗱，我做多一次啊。我哋喺嗰個地圖啦，個 layer 度啦，我哋用嗰個長方形嘅工具啦，記住 select 住個地圖啊，用個長方形嘅工具，我哋先畫一個比較窄長啲嘅長方形先。咁跟住咧，我哋就撳着個秒標喺個 mask 嘅 path 嗰度啦，咁喺開頭度嘅。跟住嚟到呢度啦，因為我哋有做咗加速減速啊，所以咧我哋就唔可以一 key 最尾嘅。咁我建議咧隔少少 key 一次啦，係啦，跟住咧隔少少之後咧。你 select 住呢粒點，呢兩粒右邊嘅點啦，拉大啲嘅 mask， 係啦，咁佢就會展開多啲噶啦。跟住嚟到呢度有隔，即係唔使咁密嘅啲 key， 係啦，跟住又張開多少少，跟住再 keep 住睇咯，係啦，又再張開多少少，跟住又再睇，再張開多啲，應該都唔使噶啦。睇下有冇穿崩啊？嗱，呢度唔得啦，要加啦。因為見唔得晒個地圖。係啦，咁而家我同埋我卷紙咧有啲長啊，係嘛？咁啊 ，and also you can see that I add some keyframes so that it look like this. But the last one is the paper is too long here. Okay, I mean this comb. So remember you can scale down a bit. 係啦，咁如果你覺得個卷紙太肥啦。係啦，咁你可以即係繼續，頭先我哋咪即係垂直嘅方向縮細少少嘅，咁你可以再縮細多啲。嗱，咁你而家見到咧就好似 fit 到張紙多少少啦。係啦，咁如果你而家開翻頭先張台張 texture 咧，就係咁啦。So I make the texture of the table visible again. So you can see here. If I would like to slightly rotate this roll of paper a bit and make it look good, okay, I can create a new null object. I can go to layer, null object, layer, new null object, and then maybe I call it a roll of paper. And then I will select this two layer and link into this null object, and then I can rotate my paper, or maybe I would like to scale, or even I can add some of the animation here. Maybe I can do whatever I want. Okay, I can unfold my paper like this. So I give you the time to do it. 係啦，咁我俾啲時間大家做啊。好，咁喺大家繼續做緊呢個時候咧，提一提大家啦。So before you when you're working on your own uh, the title, and let me explain it a bit more. Okay, for the assignment for the EA1, remember the EA1. EA1 is you have to produce your title based on your storyboard. For example, you can see this is the storyboard. I picked one of the sample from your classmates. Okay, and this is her storyboard of the opening. Okay, you can see there's a two down shot and showing Hong Kong DI presents. Remember, not represent, it's presents. Okay, no RE 係啦。咁提多次你哋嘅 EA 啦，咁啊下個禮拜交啊嘛，咁所以咧即係 make sure 大家一定要清晰啦。咁你就根據翻你哋之前交 C2嗰個 storyboard 咧，就去做嗰個片頭出嚟嘅。咁片頭就包括你一開始呢度啦，好似而家你見到啦，一開始原來個鏡頭有啲個天空啦，我相信係咪？跟住有啲雲啦，跟住就見到康康 DI 跟住 presents 記得冇 RE 啦，係啦，我上次有講啦，分翻兩行啦，即係喺下低嘅個 presents 個字，康康 DI 係一行過嘅，係啦，跟住個鏡頭一路挑 down，跟住咧就出現咗 right cover 個字，跟住有塊花瓣飛，跟住就飄咗入屋。跟住就去到本書，咁呢個成個 storyboard 出現噶嘛，咁你就成個 opening 咧就要做到呢一度為止咯，係啦，做到呢一度為止。OK，咁可能有啲同學話，但我呢一段咧係3D 嘅喎，即係我呢間屋咧其實係我即係我其實係條片裡面嗰個屋一樣嘅喎，即係我會慢慢就飄翻入去我哋個故事嘅第一個 shot，跟住去到本書度嘅喎。咁你攞翻你真係嗰條 FYP 嗰條片嘅你嗰間 3D venture 嗰間屋咯，係啦，咁照樣你做呢一塊樹葉，呢塊樹葉係你做噶嘛？係咪？你咪做翻呢塊樹葉嘅 motion，飄翻入嚟，停咗喺個台嘅角落咁樣咯，係啦。咁你成個 EA 咧就係做晒呢堆嘢咯，係啦。So you understand what I mean about the next assignment, which is the EA1. The EA1 will be due in next week, next Wednesday night. Okay, so this is the storyboard that you propose to do. That should be submitted in CA2. So this is the opening. Okay, you have to complete the opening in your EA1, starting from this chart. Okay, based on your storyboard. Okay, for example, the first shot is about the sky. I saw some of the clouds here and show the name of the Hong Kong DI presents, not represents. Okay, is Hong Kong DI presents. Okay, if full names Hong Kong Design Institute, and then there's a camera movement, two down shot, and see, and then your names of the animation will appear on the screen, and pedals. Okay, we fly around. Okay, and then the motion of the camera will follow the pedals and fly in through the window and drop it on the table. Okay, this is the opening. Okay, so you need to complete the whole things that you draw on the storyboard. Okay, for example, this part is built in FYP, and actually you can using the exactly the FYP shot that you have already done. Okay, you don't need to create by yourself again. Okay, you can just using the shot that you have already done. Okay, the outdoor scenes of these trees, and then you only need to animate the petals here. Okay, and you only need to animate the pedal, the movement of the pedal, and drop on the ground here. Okay, so that is the EA1, and you have to do it in next week. The deadline will be next week. 係啦，咁我先啊，我啱啱咧because I just want to because you know that is the checkpoint here. Okay, once I teach you 3 techniques about your opening, and now I'm going to give you some feedback based on your submission. Okay, I find some of you have already submitted the title animation. Okay, so let me give you some feedback first. Okay, so that you can have time to modify it. Okay, if you like. 係啦，咁就俾翻啲 feedback 大家啦，可以即係因為我見到有10幾位同學仔咧已經交咗嗰個嘅 Year One 噶啦，係啦，咁所以咧我就可以俾翻啲 feedback 大家啦，大家嗰個做成點啦，咁等大家咧可以即係因為今晚先交嘛，咁即係變咗你哋都仲有少量嘅時間咧可以去 fine tune 一下嘅。So let me give you some feedback on your assignment, the EA1. Some of you have submitted the work so that I can give you the feedback if you did correctly or did wrongly. Okay, so I can give you the feedback. But wait for a moment, I'm unzip your file right now. 係啦，咁等我陣咧，因為而家 unzip 緊你哋啲 file，啲 file 因為片啦，所以有啲大。So just want to remind you everyone again. Okay, so actually I'm talking about this last week. Last week is week number 8. Okay, so nothing to submit in last week, but in this week, 24th of March, you have to submit the title of your animation first, so that I can give you the feedback, and I will so that you can know how to move on. Okay, it will waiting 30%, and next week it will be the submission of the EA, as I just told you that. Okay, so that is the waiting the 70%. Okay, so once you finish the opening, and then you will got 3 more weeks to working on the end credit. Okay, based on your storyboard again. Okay, because on your CA2 you have already submitted your the storyboard of the end credit, also based on the storyboard show in the end credit. I give you all this feedback about your end credit, and then you need to follow your idea, okay, and produce it in After Effects and submit by the end of April. Okay. 咁呢個就係上個禮拜都 show 咗俾你睇啦。咁我哋將EA 啦個1、2啦，將佢 break down 做幾個 checkpoint 啦。咁等我可以早啲睇完俾啲 feedback 大家做啦。咁今日應該要交嗰個片頭，即係淨係個名啫。即係例如好似頭先咁有同學仔做收成，咁咪淨係做收成嗰個 animation 得㗎啦。個字好似頭先咁樣整一撇血落去啦。即係因為佢呢個係佢嘅 idea 嚟嘅，即係唔係我夾硬老加，即係夾硬加落去啦。咁即係有啲同學仔係做啲字唔知點樣飄入嚟嘅，咁咪就係做個字飄入嚟咯，淨係做個字啫。即係裡面你話個背景原來係有個天空或者背景有個地下嗰啲唔好鬼理住，唔需要做住，淨係做個字點樣去出線。學你話齋，根據你例如卡瑪咪好似做緊啲好似光管咁樣出啲線，其實用畫線嘅技巧啫。咁你淨係做嗰啲卡瑪嗰幾粒英文字咯，係啦，嗰5個英文字個線條嘅 animation 咯，係啦。咁即係個背景，我記得係有啲電腦版啊，即係你嗰啲就唔使加住啦。咁嗰啲就留翻即係下個禮拜連埋 Hong Kong DI 個字 presents， 跟住我唔知根據翻你哋嗰個咧，咪慢慢即係個電腦版我記得啦，跟住就慢慢中間就會出現卡瑪個字咁樣嘅。咁啊成個完完整整咧就下個禮拜先交嘅，今日淨係出即係做個字啫，係啦。跟住我哋之後就有3個星期啦，就會做 EA 嗰部分啦。咁一樣我都會分啲 checkpoint 去收啦，係啦。咁大致上就係咁咯。好，咁我咧就已經 unzip 完大家啲 file 啦。咁咧我就開除先。So I have unzipped your the submission of the EA, so I will give you the feedback. So that you will know how to revise your work, okay, if you want to, because you know that what you're doing right now actually is part of your final year project, okay? So if you do it now, it means that you don't need to do it later, okay, in the future, because you can just pick one of your work. 係啦，咁其實而家做緊嗰啲片頭片尾咧，其實都係課你嘅 FYP 啦。咁你哋是但，因為你有唔同嘅組員係都係讀緊1A、2A1噶嘛，咁你咪睇翻你哋咁多幾個組員，跟邊個做得好嘅，咪即係做佢出嚟，咪搞掂咯。首先咧，我見到啲字啊，唔係好明，唔係咁即係點講咧？唔係咁明顯啊啲字，留意翻啊！我諗要搞一搞啲顏色，或者啲雲嘅顏色或者之類啦，係啦。而家唔係好清楚啲雲，即係啲字啊。同埋咧，可以做翻咧遠近啲雲嘅效果，例如越遠嘅雲咧冇咁白噶，即係我睇下。即係咧，例如好似我而家咁樣揾啲圖俾大家睇啦。例如啲雲，其實唔好全部啲雲一樣色。其實例如好似你見到咧，近嘅嘢咧就會深色啲嘅，越遠嘅越淡色嘅，係嘛？即係越 blend 落去個世界嘅顏色度。咁你都係一樣啲雲，你前面啲雲咪可能係比較白同藍分明啲咯，越遠嘅雲係呢個雲會帶藍色多啲咯，係啦，即係唔好所有雲都係用同一隻色啊，係啦，咁跟住嗱，因為而家呢度兩片雲嚟噶嘛，你見唔見到呢度咧完全黐地啊，係嘛，所以要轉一轉啲顏色啦。同埋呢個 cover 嗰個字都係有少少黐地嘅，同個藍色係啊，所以要諗一諗。同埋我會建議咧，本身呢啲花瓣咧都好似俾風吹，即係其實佢哋一開始即係個鏡頭喐嘅時候咧，其實嗰個花咧，其實每一粒花瓣咧都好似俾風吹嗱。而家啲雲見唔見得係由左去右啊？啲雲你睇下啦，啲雲係由左去右啊嘛，即係點解雲會喐啊？因為風啊嘛，係咪？因為風由左吹去右，所以啲雲咪喐咯，咁都係一樣啦。啲花瓣咧都係逐塊逐塊喐得嘅，就好似啲風好似由左邊吹去右邊，即係佢有少少好似即係吹向左邊嘅感覺。跟住其中一粒咧，其中一塊花瓣就飄甩咗出嚟啦。即係而家就好奇怪㗎，因為對花係完全好似紙板咁樣，完全唔喐啦，係嘛？跟住完全唔喐嘅狀態底下，第一塊飛咗出嚟就奇怪咯。但係如果一開始呢啲花瓣已經好似隨風飄動，飄下飄下，即係好似即係跟個節奏啦。當然因為佢唔係快啦，慢慢去微風俾啲花瓣吹動，跟住其中一塊花瓣咧就飄出嚟啦，係咪？咁係會好啲咯。同埋做翻啲雲咧嘅大細咯，我覺得即係近嘅就雲就大嘅。遠嘅就細粒啲咯，而家就好 flat 啊啲雲，係嘛？嗱，你而家望見咧 even 係個花瓣咧都同個雲黐一地啊，係啦，試下擺靚啲構圖啊，我覺得係啦，太快。其實我話成個片頭咧可以20秒嘅，而家太快嘅其實嗱，而家呢種個12秒啫嘛，即係點解我會揀定係20秒咧？某程度上因為我預咗大家啲時間喐咧係要啲時間。嗱，我上次咪講過嘅嗱，不過當然啦，你即係今晚就冇乜所謂啦，即係下個禮拜交嗰個咧，呢個電路板我咪講過話就要拆開 layer 嘅，即係拆開嘅，唔好一塊咁 dissolve 入嚟啦，好核突嘅其實。係啦，咁唔靚㗎，其實最好分散，即係一條條電路，最好如果啲線係識喐咧，就 perfect 啦。即係我意思唔係真係 animation，而係畫線嘅方法咧，即係做啊。即係之前咪咦，我刪咗個 After Effect 添，我開翻先。突然間當開翻 After Effect 再講，係啦，咁呢個 Fader 個 blur 太勁啦，睇唔到啲字啊喂，係啊，唔好咁勁呢一個鬆嗰邊啦，見唔到啲字，係啊，即係佢太，同埋你可唔可以諗第二啲顏色啊？而家咧全部啲嘢咧藍色，我記得你做嗰啲 research 咧係啲霓虹光管啊，又藍又黃又紅，即係紫紫藍藍噶嘛，係嘛？而家咧就反而我覺得出嚟嗰個效果反而唔好睇咯，我覺得反而你開頭 design 嗰陣時個樣仲好睇過而家，我覺得係啊，所以唔係幾好睇。嗱，我頭先講嗰畫線咧，即係你頭先嗰啲背脊嗰啲電路板咧，我當做粗少少俾大家睇啊。你咁我哋咪畫過一啲咁樣嘅線嘅，我哋有一堂教過噶嘛，跟住用 trim path。跟住呢度有個 end 同 start 嘅數值係咪？咁一開始係0%，佢就唔畫啦。可能用1秒嘅時間畫咗100%，見唔見啊？係嘛？即係啲電路板要咁樣畫會好睇啲咯。而家就好奇怪啊。跟住係啦，呢啲都係有啲線唔靚㗎啦。你睇下穿崩，即係點講咧？即係如果你放大啲，你睇個圓形同嗰個呢個中間有個窿啊，見唔見到？即係唔好咁樣出現，同埋呢隻藍唔係咁靚啊！即係同你之前 research 嗰啲咧霓虹光管啲色咧，唔係嗰種光管色咯。即係而家呢個 glow 都唔係好係嘅，係啊，唔夠霓虹光管色啊嗰個感覺，同埋出得太快啦啲字。即係咧，你而家其實1秒咁上下咧，就出晒成個 comma 個字。係啊，太快咯，我覺得。同埋如果你做 zoom in 咧，連埋啲電路板一齊 zoom in，唔好淨係個字 zoom in，個電路板留喺度好奇怪，係啦。我覺得呢度其實有啲怪嘅，即係咧嗱，我覺得咁樣 zoom 係一個 mask 冇問題，不過有少少移低咗嘅，突然間，即係佢有少少窒啊個 motion，跟住咧突然間就出現咗個白色嗰個框喎，即係呢個咧係嘛？突然間彈出嚟唔好睇啊！係啦，你諗下點樣出好啊？Instead of 突然間彈出嚟，我唔係代表 dissolve 啦，諗啲 motion 啦，係啊，會唔會 KARMA 分開啊？即係先出 K，跟住 M，跟住呢個 K 再 RA 啊，即係唔好一塊過啦，係啦。跟住呢個突然間消失又係喎，即係由一個有顏色嘅，跟住冇顏色呢個又係，即係冇乜心思去做咯，係啦。誒。啲線唔明顯啊！你因為成個 style 係霓虹光管啊嘛，又係嗰句咯。嗱，呢啲線完全睇唔到嘅，其實係嘛？啲線完全唔見嘅，其實係啦。同埋呢餅字一樣啦。喂，可唔可以逐粒英文字母出啊？又係唔好一次過 dissolve 入嚟咧。係啦，唔好一次過 dissolve 入嚟。係啦，同埋佢呢度消失都係㗎，唔好一次過 dissolve 走啦。係啊，好奇怪，其實唔靚嘅，同埋lowest 得滯啲字，好 blur 啊，見唔見到啊？可能係放大得太犀利，係啦，好 low resolution，而家感覺好奇怪，係啦，咁一樣啦，你呢個好似嗱，突然間好似唔喐，好奇怪㗎啦，因為呢度一直有 camera movement 㗎嘛，好啦，跟住突然間咧唔喐，係咪好奇怪？應該啲雲繼續飄，即係啲雲繼續喐㗎，其實跟住可能 你咪跟住出現個字咯，係嘛？即係但係而家突然間咧，好似你個鏡頭咧突然間停咗，同埋呢度好多呢啲 rough 嘅嘢啦，呢啲線嗰啲係啦，都要毀滅咗佢啦，係啦，咁好 low s 啊，即係好明顯係格啊啲嘢，係啦，咁你應該繼續 camera 喐，跟住就出現嗰啲字一樣啦，你可以先出 white cover， 即係諗住逐粒逐粒字喐，跟住先出中間個皇冠，再好似長大嗰塊花咧，有條樹幹唔係樹枝，跟住咧開花，呢邊又係啦，就係由中間好似樹幹咁開花，咁跟住先至隻雀仔飛過，跟住先轉第啲字。嗱，啲雀仔又係好 low s 啊，同埋做翻隻雀仔有翻啲拍翼嘅動作啦。而家佢好似一塊紙板飛過，同埋個飛嘅方向都唔 make sense 嘅，你啊，睇下先，睇到你雀仔。點解突然間飛去右邊，唔係左邊嘅啦？飛啱啱個方向，突然間呢個方向唔啱啊！同埋呢個穿崩啊，見啊？呢個穿崩係啦，隻雀仔嘅動作唔似一隻雀仔，係啦，有少少先呢個半透明都 OK，因為呢個寶石係咯，係要再執下。諗下點樣出個 Hong Kong DI 個字，唔好一嚟就係 Hong Kong DI 個字。點樣出呢個 Hong Kong DI 呢個字 present 咧？係啦，可以用翻你呢個方法出嘅 Hong Kong DI 個字。係啦，諗埋點樣消失，做埋係啦。cannot pay 睇下先。MOV 嚟嘅。等一陣啊，錄下先。有啲慢啊，個 MOV。唔知點解，我 set VLC 先。知啊，得，太快。我就望，哇！塊樹葉快到咧，less than 1秒已經飄走咗喎，係咪快得滯啊？跟住呢度又好似好慢咁，係啦，太快啦！呢塊樹葉，慢啲，係咯，呢時要慢好多，同埋個動作可以真係似塊葉多啲，係啦，塊葉，即係我諗去 YouTube 你 search 下咧 ，YouTube animation 睇下叫咩好咧 ？leaf 係咪咧？定 flying 咧？即係飄嗰啲咧。floating 應該叫乜好 ？falling leaf 係咪即係呢啲？見唔見到？啲樹葉係咁飄，係啦。咁你而家嗰個咧就例如有啲怪啊！呢個再開到啦，原來又係一樣 MOV 問題。哎呀，早知頭先唔好刪個 QuickTime，佢會好慢嘅。咁等佢陣先，因為 QuickTime 會開要啲時間。唔好用同一隻色，係啦，即係試下唔好用佢。嗱個字快啦就係啊，邊個睇到啊啲字？Hong Kong DI 個字咧飛得勁快啊，係啦，同埋個 spacing 開啲，即係呢兩行個 spacing 闊啲。present 個字可以細啲嘅，即係 Hong Kong DI 個字即係 keep 呢個啦，個present 個字可以細粒啲。 跟住咧，但係咧，你望下你個 underneath 個字咧係得咁大啫嘛，但係 home DI 個字大過去喎，係嘛？其實 home DI 個字可以再細啲嘅。如果你個片名咁細，我就會建議你呢個 home DI 個字再細啲。同埋咧，我唔麻麻地中意白色呢條線啊，因為你突然間會變咗塊黃色嘅頁咧，有啲奇怪。係啊，所以咧我估會唔會用翻黃色會好啲咧？因為你塊頁係黃色啊嘛，係咪？咁不如黃色線係咪會好啲咧？同埋可以畫慢啲。畫慢啲，同埋臨尾收筆可以慢啲，係啦，係啦，同埋塊樹葉都可以再慢啲飄走，都係仲係略嫌快咗少少，都係一樣。佢呢個葉好啲，但係咧開頭咧出嗰啲 underneath 呢個字咧，可唔可以慢啲啊？係啦，即係唔好咁快，一秒就掉咗出嚟，係啦，慢啲。係啦，跟住個塊樹葉嘅 motion 都 OK 嘅，即係呢個飄係啦，都 OK 嘅。一樣啦。嗱，你個片名先，你個啲字嘅粗幼係咁幼啦。突然間呢個咧，康 D I 呢個字太大粒、太粗啦，可唔可以用啲幼身啲嘅字款啊？同埋唔係 represent 係 present 嘅，冇 R E 嘅。係啦，你睇下你個片名啲字咁嘅粗幼。D.I 個字咁鬼粗，即係你諗下，大家記得你哋個片名緊要過空 D.I 個字嘅，其實係啦，所以咧一定唔可以搶咗你嗰個字嘅。你而家覺得咧呢啲字咧仲搶過你頭先 underneath 嘅字嘅，係啦，咁所以要細粒啲啲字，同埋幼身啲啲字款。OK，繼續係 quick time，不過唔緊要，呢度下低已經開咗 quick time 啦，睇下先。嗱，白底做一啲咁嘅星咧，唔係咁靚嘅，因為唔明顯啊嘛，係咪？所以我就唔建議即係白色底做呢啲星，係啦。咁你諗下會唔會個底其實係轉第啲色啊之類啲啦？同埋一開始已經出現 right cover 個字啊，其實唔好一開始出 right cover 個字，你諗下啲字係逐粒逐粒出啊，好似我哋之前教啦，手寫即係逐粒逐粒字寫啊，定點啦？就而家佢冇 motion 啊，即係呢堆字咧，咁係唔好睇嘅。其實係諗翻啲 motion 俾啲字。頭先有個同學仔都係黃海晴嚟嘅，都係用 QuickTime 嘅。呢個開得快啲。我想問你呢個係咪特登要個黑框㗎？我就唔建議有黑框咯，即係盡量做翻大啲，即係盡量做翻即係有咁大咯。即係我覺得好奇怪，有少少即係點解會有個框喺度？寫字，我覺得呢個筆觸唔靚咯。係啊，同埋要有快慢咯，即係嚟開頭寫得快嘅，臨尾個 R 係慢啲嘅，但係而家呢個 R 好快嘅，呢一個 R 係嘛？即係好似我哋手寫字咧，越寫會越慢嘅。同埋咧，最下面嗰塊樹咧，唔係本書要飄下飄下，即係啲窗簾要飄下飄下。而家就好似一張 still 擺底，唔好睇咯。係啦，咁同埋我覺得而家個字係盡大嘅，即係我覺得首先呢個筆觸唔靚啦，揀翻個，因為你而家用蠟筆噶嘛，即係你成個風格，咁你而家用翻啲蠟筆嘅筆觸會好啲咯。而家就一支咁圓滑嘅筆觸係唔係幾好睇，我覺得係啊，咁所以要轉一轉咯，有機會。係啦，咁大致上呢啲同學仔咧就係交咗嘅嗰啲同學仔，咁我就俾一 feedback 你哋啦。係啦，咁就其他嘅同學仔麻煩都一樣啦。今日咧之內你要交淨係個片名啫，係啦，即係有啲同學頭先做多咗嘅，係啦，做埋 Hong Kong DI% 嗰啲字啊，但係我想你先做咗一轉，睇咗淨係啲字，即係好似頭先咁啦，我都見到一啲同學仔淨係個字啊。即係淨係你個片名啊，或嚟 white cover 啊，underneath 啊，唔同個片名咧，我都見到有啲即係可能係個 timing 上啊，有啲嘢都可以再做得好啲。咁可以先做咗嗰 part 先，係啦。咁我俾咗啲 feedback 你哋先，跟住你哋自己再做落去咯。咁跟住 So remember tonight, okay, there is a deadline and the Moodle, okay. Remember, you only need to show the title animation first and upload into the Moodle so that I can give you the feedback. And then next week, okay, I will give you the feedback and then you can modify a bit more and then submit as your EA1, okay. So